None of them do. They only know what's on their script.
That's right.
And then I was like, so what exactly is like, if that's the case, what does the water company cover? And she's like, yeah, somebody's going to have to tell you. I'm like, what do you work for? Who do you work for?
Well, if it happens again, then as Travis Touchdown would say,
You're strawberry. No, he doesn't say that.
Second
That's
part of
Killer
the Strawberry
Seven.
That's Killer
Shortcake.
7.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry. And
Travis Touchdown says
251
strawberry,
would say
strawberry on the shortcake.
Through Killer 7. Second part of the day. That's very funny.
Blueberry. Boysenberry.
Okay. All right, we'll try this.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. LOL.
A strawberry isn't a berry.
3, 2, 1.
But a
Go
banana is.
Nintendo podcast, episode 989.
I think we're kind of really at
The
990 at this point.
The Sandy Shocks podcast.
Sure, whatever.
Mom Brain, let's do this again.
Oh, okay. Happily.
Shandy socks.
United States.
Shandy Socks. No records
God
exist
bless.
of this Pokemon being caught.
How's the data?
Lacking.
Oh, okay.
Date 'em.
Datum.
Damn near wrecked 'em.
Shoot, I had it like all looked up too.
The first time we did this, it was better.
Datum Channing, is that the boy?
That's still funny.
So datum is one piece of information. And
If you would just
data
check the datum.
is plural. So it would be
I was,
are. Data are lacking.
It's not data's?
I was like, I was datum. I was datum.
Because I remember learning like data.
Guys, for the audio listeners and none of the live listeners, this is the second time we're starting the show because there was an issue the first time. So we're whatever. It's nonsense.
But data is singular. It's just the one character in
Just the one
Goonies.
guy, yeah. Pinter's apparel.
Data is the plural for, according to Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Datum is singular, meaning one piece of information or one numerical result, whereas data is the plural form of datum and should not be used as singular form.
I still don't like the combination of what was it? Data R.
Data R.
No.
It feels weird, but
I mean,
gotta
I guess it
gotta
depends.
follow the
maybe on-
rules.
Yeah, it depends on what sounds right, and that
But this
don't
is
sound right.
the what is it? The what Institute of Technology?
The GIF. The GIF Institute of Technology.
Science.
I mean, if they're an institute of
technology.
linguistics, maybe I'd take their word for it. But
I guess
No.
also you could say, as long as you're consistent, you pick.
Okay,
and
I
live
don't
with
like
it.
this conversation.
They are 7 feet tall, 132 pounds. Gender is unknown. 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
Hey, she got it this time.
And the category is paradox. Abilities include
think we got there.
photosynthesis, which boosts the Pokemon's most proficient stat in harsh sunlight, or if the Pokemon's holding booster energy. This is, I promise this time, the end of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't like restarting, because the first time was probably the funniest thing we've ever done, and now it's just gone forever. So,
that's kind of like
data is plural, like bacterium, says Tentavision, and then Tentavision says you're plural. Who the hell knows what? Just whatever, say whatever words you want.
Wait, so if you have one thing of data, that's datum?
Yes.
Oh.
Here's my datum.
Okay.
which really, I mean,
This is
if it's
amazing.
one,
Still
if it's
Diver.
one bit of information, it's not datum and or data in it at all.
Initial datum.
Initial.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
The initial datum was a success. Steel Diver, tell me more about this video because I want to know that how it resulted in this amazing picture. Steel Diver put a picture in the Discord of Game Boy Color Alf Tennis, which is a game that does not exist, but based on the cover that he made, I really wish it existed.
It does look really good.
Is that Willie?
It's
With, with his face and pose and everything. This is amazing.
Really?
The best part is it's rated M.
Oh, he's
That's what I was gonna say. Hey, Big Longo says, "Why is it rated M?"
He's looking up at the ball, right?
M for Melmac.
Oh my God, you're
exactly right.
That's so funny. M for why?
Well,
so
also
much
because
Alf.
Alf was a hornball, probably. Right?
I never saw Alf do anything sexual.
All the comments that he made,
He
made
always
very-
had a hand up. his ass.
Oh,
Whoa,
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive tennis. What's going on
Oh
here?
my God!
Winner
Spoiler.
eats the cat, and that is mature. There you go. 10th Division's got it. Straight Jeffin. That's an upside down M on the tennis racket too. You're right.
How is that an early childhood game? That doesn't make any sense.
Mulholland Drive tennis. It's early childhood. Is that a? Do we still have that rating? Is there, or is it just E and E10 plus? I wonder if early childhood's still around. I honestly
I don't think it is
remember.
because those kids grew up. They grew up. They're not
Oh,
early
you're
children
right.
anymore.
Yep.
So
Makes sense. All right. Mom Brain is here. Hey,
it's
W for Willie.
oh, that's what it is. We're just looking at it upside down.
Mom Brain is here. How you doing, Mom Brain?
I'm here. I am good. Thank you.
Good to see you. How'd that little power nap do for you? Good.
It wasn't enough.
Straight Devin says babies are no longer allowed to play video games. That's it. You gotta fit into the E for everyone category. But as we all know, babies do not count as everyone.
Baby.
No, Steel Diver. Thanks for sharing. That is fantastic. I love that cover art so much. And now we need a listener out there to make fake screenshots of a Game Boy Color game of that Alf. And then we need someone to eventually make an actual playable version of it. And then we need it to be a physical release. And then will buy it.
I was gonna say, people, you better be careful because people are gonna believe these are true because there's so many Game Boy Color games are coming out
That's
these
true.
days.
Hi, Jesus. Good to see you. I'll get to everybody in a second. Hello, Nicky Hill. How are you, my friend? Nice to have you back.
I'm
We spoke
I'm
your
good. I
name.
haven't played anything.
No,
what
we're
have
not
you
there
been?
yet.
Oh
He's
no,
out of practice.
it's out. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, how are you? And Deux is here. Uku to you. Deux.
Cool.
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit because there's a conspiracy theory going around the
We're going
internet.
to talk about Deux being back.
Yeah, because I was.
Wow, that was almost
multiple
like a
people
chit
reached out to
response.
me with a conspiracy theory, and it's funny. I don't believe they
that's
talked
funny.
to each other about it. I think people came to it individually, so there's something to it. But we'll get to that later. Josh is here. Josh, my old college friend. How are you?
A big hello to my fans.
Josh, how you doing, my friend? It's it's a tough time for robots right now.
I don't want to
I
be.
don't want to be here.
I did not burp.
I did. Sorry.
Yeah,
You smelled it.
Caught that.
Yeah.
Do you have like lunch meat or
Hot
salami?
dogs.
There we go.
Hot dogs in
Hot
the
dog
air
fryer.
fryer. That's what I do, baby. That's all I do.
Josh, I just want to check in and make sure you're okay because I know the term clanker's going around lately.
We'll just have to wait and see.
How things go.
Is
for
that a
you.
I
threat?
have a balatro addiction.
Josh, are you okay? Josh, what's going on?
That is stupid.
Josh, are you
Is this thing on?
are you
Is this thing on?
are you malfunctioning, Josh?
Is this thing
Oh
on?
boy, Josh, get it together.
Why don't you ask George?
Okay, I'll move on. George is here. George, how are you doing, my friend?
George, no.
Whoa.
Mhm.
How's your week been? Anything notable to talk about?
Oh, just hitting the beach, working on my tan lines.
You do you put sunscreen on your limes, George?
Don't be ridiculous.
When Mom Brain and I went out today and we were looking at different kinds of popcorn and we saw key lime popcorn. Oh, I almost got it.
Sounds
but
pretty interesting.
I would definitely 100% get it, but Mom Brain is very against
Choose
sweet
your words,
popcorn.
Kara.
Very
Oh, okay.
against sweet popcorn altogether. So it would be just me eating the bag, which is not a problem. I could do that, but I didn't want to be in that position.
How about that holiday trio that you get with the cheddar, the butter, and the caramel? You can't do that caramel. Oh.
No, her when her mom was here, her and her mom.
Wait,
were
what about
both-
butter? Butter's okay.
Yeah.
If it's like sweet
course.
butter though.
The cheddar cheese one,
Yeah, I'm
is
okay with
I'm
that.
sure is fine.
Uh,
The butter's
Butter
not sweet.
cheddar cheese is okay. Yes. But
Oh,
yeah,
she said,
they-
wait. She made a face.
No,
No,
cheddar
I
cheese
was-
is fine.
yeah.
That's Mom
Oh.
Brain's thinking face. We talk about this all the time. She has a face that makes it look like something's gone terribly
Well,
wrong.
she was
or
also
she's
taking a
offended,
selfie,
but
or maybe a photo or
I
something.
think
so-
she's doing. I don't know what she's doing.
She's working on a project.
But-
It's all good.
When her mom was here, they were both going off because on TV on QVC, they were selling some kind of popcorn or whatever, and they were both very upset about caramel popcorn and Cracker Jacks and how they don't like sweet
You know
popcorn.
what I've
I know
been
this
eating?
about Mom Brain. I didn't know her mom was in feeling the same way.
I've been-
Maybe the
Oh.
impetus of that hatred.
Probably.
I've been eating Costco had it. The Hershey's s'more popcorn.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were.
So good.
I've wanted to get it multiple times, but again, she won't eat it, so it's a whole bag for me, and I have a lot of trouble.
One cup is
resisting it.
140 calories, which
That's
is
what
not
I think when I get
bad.
it, and then I eat 7 cups, and I'm like, well, now I can't eat today. Yeah, it's like I said when we got the Nestle Toll House popcorn, and that's the night I woke up with like chocolate all
Oh,
over
yeah.
myself.
It
So-
is, and this one is like I can't eat it with my hands because it's like the chocolate melts in
It
an
melts
instant.
instantly.
Like it's
yes.
melting. I've
I
got
found out
stone.
the hard way.
I've got little stone bowls, bowls,
I got little stone bowls.
and when just holding that, like each one is like a cup, so I just take a scoop and I got a cup of popcorn. But holding that bowl,
You need chopsticks.
I do actually have
Or a
those. The
spoon.
gamer chopsticks. Do you see those that they go on your knuckles?
Oh no.
So you can play games,
Wow.
but then you just.
yeah.
But I don't
Huh.
use them anyway.
Not bad.
The just holding the bowl takes like the heat from my hand and it melts the chocolate. I'm like, I
gotta
can't get away
freeze the
from
bowl.
this.
It really doesn't take a lot
Yeah.
to heat up the
Mhm.
drizzle on that
Yeah.
popcorn. I agree 100%.
I
Hello.
Drizzle for shizzle.
I keep thinking of you waking up like it's the Godfather with the horse head, like bloody horse, but it's all chocolate.
That's the early. That's the early. The early childhood version of Godfather. Hello, Ice Dilbert and 10 Division and Roth and 8-Bit Lego and Straight Jeffin and Drake and Ret Souza and Radical Defect and Jesus and Steel Diver and Darmani and Nico Druni, if I didn't already say that, and Giant Reggie and whoever else is in here. I'll catch you when I catch you. Thanks for putting up with our little technical snafu. What was the solution? I don't know. It was either just something was wonky and a restart fixed it, or it was because I like that hoodie. It was because of the
What was the
extension cord I was using.
What was the problem with the live feed? I
Hi,
like that
Silver.
hoodie.
Wasn't here last week because I was at Disney, says 10th Division. Jealous of my new hoodie arms? Yeah, I am. I see. I said I like it, but now yes, I'm
Who's
jealous. I mean,
Spider Troy? Is Spider Troy like Zit's Purple and Ray?
Spider Troy.
And I just called one of the Battletoads purple.
Yeah, Zitz, Purple, and Ray.
I didn't mean to do that.
There's your picture, Colonel. I wear my Spider Gwen hoodie pretty often. I usually wear it at like all week because I'm cold, or I'll wear it on the treadmill. But last time I wore it out was when we were going to get the Switch 2 pre-order or purchase. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But the guy in line was like, "I really like your hoodie. Where'd you get it?" And we had a little chat about it. So,
You sang a
Drake says,
song.
I have a Miles
Be
Morales
my-
hoodie.
See my vest.
I also have a Miles Morales hoodie from Mom Brings Mom. She got it for me for I don't remember what, but that's another one I wear
I
all
think
the
she
time.
found it at Disney and
Yes,
Ooh, that's official then.
it is official. All right, that's that. We got stuff to talk about. Let's go right into it. Deux was not here last week. I said we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Hot dog breath. Forgive me.
I
People.
would like to hear the
Wait a
views of Deux.
Sorry, I have to wait.
What Elliot? You just had an incident where like you left a survey and you
Oh yeah. I think I told you that. Yeah, basically I wrote a real quick I wrote a review for a company and posted it on Google Reviews and or I posted it on the company's website and there was a little section for a name and they were like, don't use your real name. So I typed in Elliot and I thought that was funny. I got a good chuckle out of it. but
And
that's
they
really-
read it and they were like, "This is a pretty good opinion." Oh, it's an Elliot. Never mind. Throw it away. So Deux was not here last week. I said it was because of car troubles, but listeners do not believe that. And I'll let Deux explain it himself. We'll see what story he goes with. But
What's the theory?
the theory is it's awfully convenient that Deux is the Pokemon hater. And last weekend were the 2025 Pokemon World Championships in California, and Deux wasn't here. So he says busted car was the reason. listeners think he was actually at the Pokemon World Championship.
I wish I sat in my backyard and got like a real bad tan or something, and like came in pretending like I wasn't just in California for the week, but I was not in California. Sadly, RMC was correct. I got my car on last Saturday to come out to the GoNintendo warehouse, and the check engine light was on. It wasn't the gas pedal wasn't really responding like it normally would. The car wouldn't go over 20 miles an hour. Check engine light was on. It was kind of scary. Luckily, I didn't get to the highway yet, so so I was kind of stranded, and
Nico Gerunia says, "Yeah, right."
And of course, it was a Saturday, so there's no mechanics on the weekend. So I sat there until Monday. Couldn't get it seen till Tuesday.
He sat at the mechanics.
I was there
from
the
Saturday
whole
and Sunday.
time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's not how it
Afraid to
worked.
leave.
First in line.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they had a Keurig there. That's you have coffee in the morning, so yeah, he's supposed to stay there all night. Colonel, there's your real picture.
But it was-
draw the alternate universe where Deux was at the Pokemon World Championships. You can draw him as the biggest Pokemon.
That's
fan.
actually why the mechanic was closed. The mechanic was at the Pokemon World Championships, actually, which
makes
is
makes sense. There was, I believe, in Sword and I don't remember. It's either Scarlet, Violet, Sword, or Shield. Somebody will tell me. There's like a big battle that takes place on some sort of car Pokemon. I want to say I know there's a big car, and I know there's a battle on it, and I know there's a trainer on it. I don't know if the car itself is a Pokemon, but there's something to that. I know there's something to that. Car was attacked by a Pokemon, says Ritsuza. That's it. Reveroom. Thank you, Radical Defect. Reveroom is the Pokemon. So Reveroom. And all right, so he says he wasn't there. I mean,
to be honest with you, I would probably. I know it's like I know it's some people's dreams to be there. It's certainly not mine. I'm not interested at all, but I would rather have gone on an all expenses paid trip, obviously all expenses paid, to this Pokemon event, and I would have enjoyed it because even though my car is back and it's working and it's safe, that was a stressful time, and it wasn't cheap.
This could be the beginning of a year-long thing because I get invited with a press pass to the Pokemon World Championships every year, but I obviously don't go.
You probably
there could be a correspondent. Yes, there are
some people on your staff that would love it and be
are.
honored to be there. Like, I don't want to be,
but the funniest
cruel
thing would be you go. That would be amazing. Like if you went with them and you guys recorded you're the correspondent at Pokemon and you just have no idea what you're talking about. It would be amazing.
That wouldn't reflect.
People,
that wouldn't reflect
really
well on
funny.
GoNintendo, I'm afraid.
Listen, that's the kind of stuff that I want. So that would be great.
I bet you it would be eye-opening. Who knows? I'd probably come back with a newfound respect for it, to be honest.
And every interview that you do of the winner, you get to interview the winner and be like, "Hey, you still like playing that crap?"
There you go.
Why aren't there any Poke women around here?
Pokemon?
Can you do
Is that the plural of Pokemon?
Let's not get into plurals again. You could have the voice of Pikachu and have them say, "Good luck to you." There was something I was gonna say. It's gone. So before we get into Patreon stuff,
I just wanted to say real quick, SD.
I didn't write my Patreon.
I'm
stuff.
sure SD is joking in the
$1.
chat, but they wrote, "Deux sits on a throne of lies," and
how dare you?
I mean, I do Deux views at the end. Obviously, I sit on a throne of lies.
Well,
yeah, but one of these weeks, it's not going to be a rumor.
Yeah.
One of them will.
They're all true.
They're not
Name
all true.
one.
Not a single one of them has been true.
Every week, he tells
It's
us.
No. It's almost it's almost like you're not part of this show. So I was going to say before I go into Patreon stuff, there's one more thing to talk about, and I believe it's for you again. And you said you had so much stuff you want to talk about last week, and I know you mentioned one of them was K-pop Demon Hunters. So I figured now would be the time to talk about that.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I
wanna.
watched it. I watched it and I liked it. I didn't think I would. Yeah, it was good, and I liked the music. I thought it was fun. I thought it was really fun. So glad I watched it. I have to say, it's not that I am anti stuff like that, obviously.
Asians.
But I don't watch a lot of that stuff because a lot of times it's like a series that has like 100 episodes or something. So this was 90 minutes. I could watch it and then take a nap. It was amazing. So
the judgment of things you watch and like is based on.
I knew
if
you'd
there's
have some.
time for
I
a
knew
nap
you'd have something to
afterwards.
say about
The
this.
nap part's funny.
You're the
Oh, no,
you're the
you
guy
can-
who's
you
like,
can
I loved
nap.
this. I want more of it. I'm the guy that's like, I loved it. I hope they don't screw it up with anything else.
I had nothing to say about that part. I'm talking about the nap. You were like, I could take a nap after. You
I
can take
s-
a nap anytime.
I mean,
Well,
you can
I
nap
stole
in
that joke
between
from Jim
episodes.
Gaffigan personally. I didn't really take a nap afterwards, but
I call BS on that.
I didn't because it was on Saturday before the podcast. I got in my car. I watched it and then my car broke down. So maybe it was so good that my car
So
exploded.
then you went home and watched it again.
10 Division says they're going to go watch in the theaters tomorrow. Yeah, they're moving it to theaters. And my understanding from what I've seen and read is that the vast majority of the theater showings are completely sold out. Like that, because they're sing-along theater showings. They put subtitles on the screen so you can sing along with some. Everybody knows.
I don't know if I want to hear that because the notes that they're hitting in those songs, woo!
It's about having fun. Everybody's there. They
You know
already
how
have
much
seen the
blood
thing.
is going to
They
be all over
know.
the floor and the seats from people trying to sing those notes and rupturing their cords.
It's what everybody does in their cars all the time. It'll be great
That's what they
fun.
I think
want.
it's all like auto-tuned anyways,
No.
right?
I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure to a degree there is auto tuning, but no, the people. Did you watch the credits part?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're actual K-pop singers and actual bands. Like they really have some amazing voices. I'm not going to say there's no auto tune.
I'm not saying they don't have amazing voices. I
Yeah.
thought they were really talented.
No, that
Yeah, they
the
can
notes
really
that
hit
she
those
hits in
notes,
Golden, woo!
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one and that other one, what it sounds like. That song, I tear up because when you
What it sounds
when
like.
you hear the lyric, like you're listening to the lyrics and it's like all real life. It's what they're what's Mom Brain searching for?
Nothing. She's not. I don't know. What
Whistle
you're talking
tones. Is that what I sound like?
about. There you go.
Is that what I
Perfect.
sound like? Is that what I sound like right now?
That's from the movie. Is that what I sound like? Yeah, that song at that part in the movie with everything that's going on made me tear up too. I loved that part. Hello, RLM.
Is
Good to
that
see
what
you.
I sound like?
And there, Josh is a big fan of K-pop Demon Hunters. I have such a struggle saying K-pop Demon Hunters because I also love Demon Slayer, and I'm like, which
K-pop
one's
Demon
which?
Slayer.
Is that what I sound like?
RLM, I'm jealous that you had pizza for
That's
lunch.
what I sound
RLM,
like.
did you?
I sound like?
Is that what you? Now you
This
got
is
me
what
just
I
saying it.
sound
Did you
like.
have one of those new flat
what I sound
pizzas
like?
that they're doing? The
the flat
white
Is that what I sound like?
what do they call
flatbread?
flatbreads? Yeah, pizza that's got $5
Flat pizzas.
flatbreads
They're not
until
breads.
$5 flatbread pizzas until 5 o'clock, and then they're like $7 or something like that. But
flatbreads.
brand new pizzas over there. That is beautiful, Red Susan. Beautiful. So what made you?
Flatty piss?
So what made you watch it?
I don't know, because everyone was talking about it for weeks and I was still, I don't want to say I was resistant. I was just like not interested. And then I think it was you sent the group chat in Discord one of the songs and you were like
I was looking for
asking
Brian to
you were
hit it, yeah.
asking Brian if he could hit that note
I know he can sing high.
yeah, and the curiosity as a tenor, I was curious to check the note out, and I mean,
Can you hit it?
you kidding me? You know I can't.
I have to
mean,
be. I have to.
You
be
can't,
like-
and you sing higher than I do.
no, but I have to be honest. I haven't sang in years.
Well, you
and
must
there's
never
no
shower
way.
then.
There's no
Hang
way
on.
I can hit it because I'm not practicing. I'm not training for
I
it.
said to do, I can hit the note, but not like when I'm singing, I can sing really high and I can do it mostly no problem. That note, I can't like go into it. Like I can sing that if I just sing that one line and really focus on it, I can barely get to that note. But like if I was doing the whole song, forget it.
Yeah,
There's
and
no chance.
I couldn't do it without going into falsetto, and I'm not doing that because it's not true. Gotta be true to
Wow.
myself.
Well,
Wow.
it was I don't know. So
it's a note. Man.
and yeah, and I checked out the song and I was like, this is pretty good. And And
And then you saw the abs in the movie. Right?
no, I think it was a spur of the moment thing because I still wasn't like, let me watch it. I think it was Saturday. I was trying to kill time before the podcast because I wake up so dang early and I like feel like I have to hang around. I know 3 p.m. is like normal, but it's like, I mean, it might as well be like 8 at night for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm waiting around all day. But anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting and I was like, oh, this is only 90 minutes. And I was like, it'll give me something to talk about on the podcast too. Like it'll surprise RMC because he's not expecting me to watch it, I'm sure. And
I did not pitch it to anyone.
and then I gave it away because like I was bummed that my car couldn't start, and then I like texted him and was like, I was gonna talk about this, and I should have just kept it a secret.
Yeah,
but
you said you were going to talk about various things, and then you said K-pop Demon Hunters, and I had a jolt through my body, and I was like to myself, I'm like, play it cool, don't say
Nice.
anything, and I didn't say anything. I was like, just keep your excitement.
Say
and have
don't
I been?
say anything on the
No,
pod-
in general, I was
Oh.
like, don't let him know you're interested. Don't let anybody know anything. And I was like, sit with this excitement. And it's been like chomping at, I don't even want to say at the back of my brain. It's been like at the forefront where I'm like, I can't wait to talk to him about this. I was like, but play it cool.
Yeah, it was good. I
Did you
liked.
guys talk about it?
No, this
I mean,
is it.
The thing is, like the characters. Like, if you can make something with characters that you care about, I'll watch it. Like, that's what's missing in like 99% of the things that like bother me, of the junk that I watch. But this, I like the characters, and I was actually laughing. Like, a lot of times, things that are supposed to be funny, I can be cold towards and be like, this ain't funny. And like, a lot of the things had me laughing, and there was a bunch of animations, especially that there's an example in the Discord chat of their faces when like they're excited or whatever. Like, that stuff was hilarious, and it like endeared the characters to you very quickly. In a 90-minute movie, you felt very connected to most of the characters that you're supposed to, and it was fun, and the music was great. I mean, what's not really to like about that?
So here's the question. We all know they're probably going to be doing sequels or more movies that are tied to this, right? Because it was popular.
Did you hear the whole story of like
No.
Sony having like no faith in it, and they like
Sony's a
like they
funny
sold it to
company.
Netflix for like nothing. It was like a very, very small amount, and Netflix clearly was like, K-pop's kind of popular right now, and animation can do really well, and they believed in it and put it out there. And Sony, like, as far as my understanding goes, Sony has no claim to it at all. Like, they were just like, take it and we're done. And now they gotta be like, damn it, we did it again. We lost
Every
another
single
one.
time, man.
Man. Anyway,
Anyway,
but
sorry to
all I'm
interrupt.
saying is, like, if they do other installments or whatever, I feel like they have to do a prequel.
They are
Because the story, it's like they touch on it very briefly, like the main character and like that background would make sense to tell that story, but the music from that generation is going to be different. So like Pinwheels.
Oh my goodness.
yes.
So like that might be a little harder to sell.
The director or the writer, I don't remember, they were already saying like, when this first came out and nobody knew it was going to become this phenomenon, they were like, if we're lucky enough to get a chance to do more, they're like, we want to explore the backstory for these people, because it's like, how did they become a part of this band? How are they chosen to fight the demons? How are they? There's things we didn't get to explain that we would love to explain. So I would guess that is what they would do.
They don't have to explain it though. You know, it would be.
I just feel like
just-
that story,
It felt like a good.
that like love story or whatever that would take place, because like you get a quick mention of it, about, you know, the origin for that character. And
So it
feel like-
cost Sony $100 million to make. By animation standards, not bad. They sold it to Netflix, flat fee, $20 million.
Jesus,
They, like,
what is wrong with them?
Really lost it, because they were like,
and they didn't retain.
So it was
any
already
rights or
made.
anything
It's
to it?
And they
Netflix.
just sold it as a
These
finished
companies,
piece to them.
man.
Like who?
And then they
who's
turn
over
around, they're
there?
like, "We're not making money. We gotta charge for this
But
and
did
that."
they not watch it? Because like I'm not. It's like I'm not the demographic. And like if
It's
you
the-
sit and you watch it, it's like wow, this is like even if it's not.
it's the higher ups that have no idea about anything
Ay,
at all.
ay.
Like that, none of that matters. I guarantee most of them didn't even watch it. They don't care.
I
And
bet
if
you
they
they
watch it, they
didn't.
don't understand. They don't. It's
No,
like
they were taking an $80 million tax cut, not tax cut, but like tax write off. because they weren't going to make enough money on just by throwing it up on a streaming service, right?
Mhm.
But now that it's so popular, you can merchandise the heck out of it.
And now, so Sony got their 20 million, and now Netflix has their new number 2 most watched movie ever, and it's tracking to be number 1, and it's in theaters
so
and
funny.
sold out, and like it couldn't
Right,
be
that
any
is
more
incredible.
of a miss for
Actually, they're
Sony.
making money on the theaters.
I
more
mean,
than
shouldn't
the
they have- I feel like I wouldn't sell anything to anybody without being like, just in case it's popular, I get 1% of
Right.
something.
Well, you know, if
like,
you were a higher up at the company, you would think at least one of the people would have some sense to be like, let's say there's talk of selling it. Someone there would be like, let's get some fresh eyes on this because we're not really in the know with this kind of stuff. Let's get, this group to check it out and see what they say. And then maybe we should, see what we do with that information. But they're just like, nobody's going to watch it. 20 million. That's good. We'll forget we did it.
but yeah, imagine being
Hi,
like
Freddie Fro. Good to see you.
that quick to be like, yeah, $80 million loss, no big deal. Like
Yeah.
without even thinking, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, that's how Sony works. And they're
Don't worry, they'll make it back by selling PS5s at a higher price now because of inflation.
Oh yeah, I heard
again,
about that.
call me hell corporate. What are you going to do?
No.
What are you
But they're
gonna do?
not but they're like the only ones in this realm that are doing that. I mean, it's their,
No,
if they have
Nintendo's
to,
doing it too. They're just doing it differently.
but not with the Switch too.
Yeah, they're just doing it with the Switch and all the accessories and some Switch 2
Oh.
accessories. So Nintendo would rather not up the price of the Switch 2. They'd rather take the $5 here or
I
$10
see.
here. So they're handling it differently. And then you also have to look at it like this.
That's a lot of footlongs.
The PS5 is
$5.
4+ years old.
Foots
So as
long,
far
feet
as
long?
things, as far as cost goes, and as far as productions and all that go, like they can't really. There's very little wiggle room there for them. Like they, things will get cheaper certainly as years go on. But right now, as far as viability of the platform, they don't really have a lot of wiggle room to work with. Again, hail corporate all you want, but I understand. It's like the Arizona iced tea guy. He's like, I don't want to up the price, and I'm doing everything I can. But he's like, we're getting our ass destroyed right now because all this tariff stuff. He's like, if it keeps going, he's like, if you were a smaller company, forget it. Like you'd be dead, or you'd have to hike the price. And he's like, we're getting to the point where we're gonna have to do something. He's like, I don't want to, but I don't want to. It is what it is because of many things that. Oh, actually, we'll talk about it later, much later. But anyway, I'm glad you liked the movie. Very, very pleased about that, and I will not talk about it ad nauseum. I'm just happy you watched it.
I feel like that movie
This is what it feels like.
was doing like its response. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. Think you're thinking too much about that pinwheel you're eating.
The whole story and everything of the movie has like the same response in real life, basically. Like they're huge superstars, and the music has been very popular and everything. It's the same kind of thing as like the South Park movie back in the day. Was the movie was like very meta or whatever. It was about itself and like how like censorship and all that other stuff. And this is the same exact thing. Basically, just getting to the point that there's demons all around us, gorgiles,
Slankets.
and
You gotta look out.
just the music spreading to everybody through Netflix, through the power of streaming, and now we're fighting those demons together. Pinwheels.
I just like that Sony had the movie
Yes,
made,
I really
and the
did.
people that made the music are involved with K-pop and like multi-billion-dollar K-pop groups, and Sony didn't see any path where like maybe these songs will be popular. I don't know, but good for you, Sony. You did it.
I'm just glad that there was objectifying of males instead of females for once. Finally.
Oh, you haven't even watched it yet. Yeah.
I haven't.
I will not tell you to watch it. There they are. Soda Pop. I Soda popped a boner when I saw that band. Am I right, gentlemen? Patreon. Mom Brain. Did you know you could join the Patreon?
For $1.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
Did I mention last week on the podcast? I don't remember that I had Donkey Kong spoiled for me.
Yes.
Okay, I mentioned that on the podcast.
Oh, you told me. I don't know if you said it on the podcast.
What do you mean spoiled? I mean, you know his story. He's been around for ages.
I'm not going to tell you what I mean, but it was
The
a
game?
spoiler. The game? No, the real life
I
Donkey
played
Kong.
one level of that, 2 levels of that game. There
The
ain't
game
nothing can spoil.
Is fun.
Beat the ground,
spoiler.
collect the banana.
The game is fun.
Well, those two parts are correct. Well, I don't remember, so I'll just say it anyway. I've been playing.
By the
I
way,
won't spoil
I'm
anything
glad
here. Don't worry.
you went with the pinwheels. I've been talking about the pinwheels. They're not.
This man.
They're not
You got the floor,
Malamars.
buddy.
Malamars.
You know what?
But-
Yesterday we
but
came to
they're-
the conclusion amongst 3 experts that they may be better than Malamars.
I was talking about these a while ago, and you were like, "They're not Malamars. They ain't doing it." Well, I'm glad you found it on your own.
Thanks for the pinwheel. I
like
appreciate it.
pinwheels. I like pinwheels.
Yeah,
I've always liked pinwheels.
Right?
She's the Malamar queen. We had to tell him that we had to convince him yesterday to convince
I
you.
was never trying to convince.
Well,
Mom,
we
right?
had my Malamar queen here. The only difference,
Oh, hail the goose!
They're bigger.
they don't give you the
They are
crack,
bigger, yes.
the like that a Malamar
You don't
does.
get the like the
like
marsh.
the
chocolate.
chocolate is more soft.
It's
Yes.
crumbly. Like you take one bite and it.
With a
and-
Malamar, you get like the marshmallow pop and the
Yeah,
crack through the. So, experience wise, yes,
but the flavor
everything
is
else
on
wise,
point.
yeah.
On
But-
pinwheel.
Anyway,
Mm-mm-mm.
They are
Donkey
like
Kong.
70 calories a piece, though.
they are 130 a piece.
What?
I read the case.
Woo.
A
I guess I'll
Malamar's-
only have 2 then.
Let me try again.
Donkey
Kong Bonanza. So I've been playing it very slowly because I am playing to get 100% on each layer before I go to the next. And on the month anniversary of the game coming out, I guess the internet decided that it was time to just say whatever they wanted to say. So I was going about my GoNintendo rounds, and I was hit in the face with a title spoiler and a thumbnail spoiler, and I was absolutely heartbroken. I will not spoil it for you guys, so don't worry. I'm sure most of you already know. But it was heartbreaking because
Is it a dream? The whole game is a dream.
I'm not going to tell you, but no, I don't know. Actually, I don't know about that part. But there was something in the game where I was like, oh, they're kind of, is this related to this? And this is related to this. And are they going to do this thing? And now I know that they are going to do it. And that really bums me out that I had that spoiled for me. But there's a whole bunch of other things I don't know. All I know is, all I've heard is that the ending of the game is crazy and has some false endings to it. So I'm very excited to hear or to see the whole end play out, but I'm very disappointed that I know this one
Is the
thing.
whole game Diddy Kong's dream?
Why are you obsessed with dreams?
Because that's the only twist in that
The game.
that anybody attempts
game.
these days.
The game.
Thank you, Reggie.
I
That's
don't know.
not true.
My body is
I know.
I feel like
the game.
talking about the fact that there is a twist basically gives it away, and I don't even play Donkey Kong, so
Is there a twist?
I guess not.
You played it.
The
thought you
bananas
got
are
it spoiled
actually
for you.
pears.
I wouldn't say that's a twist.
Well, then
Then don't.
Now I'm thinking there's a twist, or now I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
I don't think there is. Then I don't know.
The
You've been digging up
the
this
thing
whole
that I
time.
learned was very specifically not mentioned or shown, and I can't even say more than that because I don't want to potentially ruin it for people. But it is something.
I'll ask you what you had spoiled for you after the
Yes.
podcast.
Donkey Kong is a gorilla, not a donkey.
Oh no,
Did
you
you
didn't.
hear that
You
from
didn't
the
get that
Spiders and
spoiler,
Flies?
did you? That's like the whole thing.
Well, now I've had something else
I'm
ruined.
sorry, everyone.
No, the last
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 of Us.
bonanza is a donkey. You turn into a
Oh,
donkey.
transformation.
Yeah.
Turn into a donkey.
I didn't even know there was more than one.
You thought the game. Now, come on. You've played video games. You think there's going to be one transformation in
I've
the game?
only experienced the one, and
I
and
thought
that was-
you meant
that was-
one
Well,
banana.
You can look at the
I
menu
can-
and see there's more.
I can see why he'd think that because one, he hasn't been playing it a lot, but two,
You go like
You-
multiple levels with only one thing. Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna say because you go from like a gorilla to like a big gorilla, so it's not. How
much
would
bigger
you?
can you get?
Yeah, like you're not thinking like, oh,
Well,
you're gonna get to
but
be
one
other
look
animals.
at the menu, you can see there's like 6 icons right next to all the other ones. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to transform into other things.
There's a menu. Man, we're getting so many spoilers
Yeah, because
in this one.
that's how you. It's your skill tree. It's where you.
What
level
about the
up your
women you?
things. Huh?
So we're always talking about menus. What about women use?
What about women me's?
What's wrong with you?
Oh man,
Women,
dude, you
women.
want Tums?
You know, if it's, I'll take whatever. Like, because it's not bothering me,
It's
but
not
I know
bothering
it
me
smells
either.
terrible.
No, it just
So
keeps,
if there's like a
coming-
mint, maybe.
it
Thank
just
you.
keeps
We
coming
got
to
him.
my attention.
We got him.
It's just.
Please do not feel
It's
self-conscious
the burps,
about
it's
it
the
in any
burps,
way.
the-
Drew, I want to
the
thank
hot
you
dog
because whatever
burps.
you're doing, it's going directly to Mom Brain, and I don't smell anything.
the fan
So
is like
The fan is the fan is making it do that.
keep it up.
It's really not. It's just funny that like I am like
I'm sure it's
spot
so gross.
on.
I'm
I
sure
know
it's so gross. I'm sorry.
exactly when you're burping.
She also is not a hot dog fan, so I'm sure that's playing into it.
It doesn't smell like a hot dog. That's
But
the thing.
anyway,
Good.
Donkey Kong was ruined for me, and I'm not playing the game anymore. Moving on. What else?
You really stopped playing the game? Sorry, I didn't hear that
I
part
don't think-
earlier. Did
I
you
don't
say
you
think
it?
he'd
really
stop.
think I would stop playing the game?
Yeah.
Why? The game is
the game.
is
Well,
still
because the
amazing
game-
and fun, and I don't know all the levels and I don't know
My
all the
body-
details. And the gameplay
the
in
game-
itself is why you play a game. I'm not playing a Donkey Kong game for the story, but
It's the game.
I don't
I'm
know.
upset that I
game.
know this one thing.
I just kind of feel
It's
like
the game.
Is
The game.
Is the game the game?
as I kind of feel like if something was spoiled,
like a
you
YouTube poop.
would
It's the
you'd
game.
probably stop.
My body is
Kind of like
yeah, in a
yeah.
story-based game, if I was playing The Last of Us and I found out about what happens at the end of The Last of Us, I'd be
Oh.
like, well, what's the point in playing that? If I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm playing it to play the game, and the story stuff is a bonus. So I'm like, this sucks that I know this,
So you're
but I
not
still
playing for the plot.
not a Donkey Kong game. Not any Donkey Kong game so far, I will say. Who
Would
knows what
you-
happens in the future?
I mean, I know it would totally suck if that happened, but you'd stop playing The Last of Us if you found out the ending.
100%. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh,
Easy.
but you'd miss
It'd be
out.
like watching a movie for like the first 20 minutes and then finding out the end, and I'd be like, well, I mean,
but that's
So
what,
you're
but
not
you
a
do that
process
anyway.
guy.
I don't know what that means.
Like you.
The journey is the point. Like getting to the end is the point.
Yeah, but then I've already had the journey's end ruined for me, so I'm like,
But you also, I'm sure you
now
watch
I'm going to
things-
be watching it through the lens of knowing what happens, and I'm like,
I'm sorry.
So you didn't
I'm
find
sorry.
any fun in
What-
the
then
gameplay
why
of
do
The
you
Last
watch
of Us?
like Marvel movies? Like you know that the superheroes are gonna win, right? Like
I watch the Marvel movies, which I've said many times, because I really love the characters. I
Oh.
watch Marvel movies for the characters.
Okay.
I
You
really
don't like The
those
Last
ones.
of Us characters enough to play the game?
It's like a different kind of like.
it's
the
like he's
whole
making
point-
excuses to just to get out of it.
All right.
What?
Do you want me to tell you or no?
Probably not.
Okay. Moving on.
Bookmark that for later because
I mean, if they want it, no.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
No,
but-
no. We're done.
I don't
We're
need
done.
to hear excuses.
I
See, I'm not gonna do it.
okay.
All right. What do you want
I
to
can
know?
walk
We'll
away.
do it.
You want me to
We'll do
walk
it.
away?
We'll do it. You go ahead. You ask questions. I'll answer.
Well, no, I feel like for me sometimes
the
I don't
first time
want the
for
end
me.
spoiled, but I also there's like a little bit of stress taken off if like I'm like scared that something bad's gonna happen and I like spend the whole time not focused the way I want to be
See,
because I'm
and
scared something
that
bad's
feeling
gonna
you
happen.
have is what I like.
Uh,
I like the unknown. I like.
but
the,
I feel like it surprises me for you that you wouldn't be like, yeah, but I still am interested in like all the experiences along the way or the storytelling or what. So I'm just surprised.
I mean, it's
that
not
you-
like my interest would be 100% dead, but I'd be like, there's really like I could just read a synopsis.
But did you
and
not
have it.
like the gameplay of The Last of Us 2?
Yeah, because I feel like
I still say to this day, gameplay for The Last of Us is fine. Like, if you take out the story of The Last of Us and the acting and the characters, that's a very like by the numbers action game. It's like you shoot guys and grab ammo, and that's really all there is
But
to it.
don't you think that
Shoot
not-
shoot
there's-
ammo and grab
There's-
guys.
It's a
and I'm
very
in.
solid game, but it's so much better because of the story and the characters. Like if you took all of that out, you'd have a paint by numbers action game. Like that game is amazing because of its story and characters.
But don't you think that
And music.
because you're the one playing that like you're invested differently? Like just by the pure fact that you're
If
you're
I was playing
controlling
it for the
things.
gameplay, yes. If I'm playing for the story, no. I
Okay.
don't play The Last of Us for the gameplay. The game, it's not like it's a chore, but that's not why I'm there. I'm like, I want to see what happens. Like, I want to know what happens with these characters, and the gameplay is something I'm doing to get to those things.
It surprises me that that's your opinion is all. That's why I was like asking. I wouldn't have expected.
Yeah, because I also you mentioned you like the characters in Marvel and you like the characters in Last of Us, but differently. And
Yeah, well, you know, I love Marvel to death, and I love The Last of Us, but there's no way I'm going to compare the two and be like, these are on equal
I
footing.
suppose you could
'cause they're
also
not.
make the argument that Marvel is like a whole entire universe, and you're looking to see how one intertwines
Yes,
with the other,
exactly,
whereas
yes.
The Last of Us is like a story.
Yeah, when I go into a Marvel movie, I'm excited to see I'm excited to see what happens with the characters, but I'm also excited to see how it connects to everything. Yeah, because you know I love that stuff, and I'm like, this happened in this thing, and that's because of that. Like,
Oh,
I
see,
love that kind
That's
of
why
stuff.
you should watch the Final Destination movie.
That's perfect cinema. I mean, I've seen some of them. I haven't seen the newest one yet, but
Airtight.
yeah, it's not like a cut and dry. If this was the case, I would do this. It'd have to be, you know, I'd have to see whatever the experience is. So like Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm playing that for gameplay. I could have the whole story in that game ruined for me, and I would still play it because the fun in those games is the gameplay. Like Nintendo's games, I play for the gameplay. But like if it was 1000 times Resist and like I had story spoilers, I'd be like, it's like a visual novel. What's the point now? Like I've had so many things taken out of the experience that my experience is going to be tainted. So it depends on like how I see the kind of experience the game is.
You have to admit that having played the game, the
game,
like there's so much in the process of getting to the end of 1000 times Resist that if you just quit because you found out what the ending was, that you'd miss so much more depth.
Hey, I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just telling you what I do.
Well,
I'm not going to argue like you guys are wrong. I'm saying that's what I would do.
Well, I had personally one of the biggest spoilers I've ever had was back in the day when Fight Club came out. Someone spoiled that for me before I saw it for the first time. And that stinks big time. But 20 years later, it's just a great movie that I like. You know, like, you know, I don't. But obviously, it would have been nice to have that kind of realization in the theater or when I watched it the first time.
And like with Donkey Kong Bonanza, again, I don't want to talk about too much, but obviously, you know, Donkey Kong Bonanza is tied to the entire Donkey Kong history. And the thing that was spoiled for me, it's not just like this game is spoiled. It's like this thing and relationship you've been building
this legacy
for your entire lifetime, like since, you know, the mid 1990s. You now have this thing,
the 1900s,
where you've learned about something and sorry, it's been taken away from you. And that's like, I can't express how much of a bummer that is for me, because I'm like, you know, if I got to experience that without the internet ruining it for me, that would be a memory that would stick with me for years to come. Like that would be like I'd be like, I can't believe they did this. This is fantastic. But now it's taken away. So,
well, people could argue people could argue that, you know, it's been a month. Maybe you should play it faster.
That's what I said on Patreon.
Because I don't believe that, but I've had a bunch of Thunderbolt stuff spoiled for me. But is it my fault for not watching the movie yet? You know, like.
But I feel like watching a movie and playing a game are two different time commitments. Like, you know, completing a game. So,
True.
like, I could see it being easier to say, like, well, you didn't see the movie. Like,
Call me crazy. I think, you know, people should always,
I agree.
Like steer away from. You can do titles and you can do screenshots and you can do thumbnails where things are hinted at, but how about not put it right in the face? But that's what gets people to click. So, Peacemaker. The first episode of Peacemaker came out. As soon as it came out, timeline flooded. I don't even want to say the things, but it was like big things that happened in that first episode, like why this happened and why so and so's here. All of it ruined before I even watched the episode. And I'm like, I literally could not have watched the episode in the amount of time that these came out. Like I had 2 minutes to watch a 45-minute episode. It's impossible. I can't do that.
So I am at a point where personally, I don't know if I care, And I think it kind of started with Game of Thrones because I didn't start watching Game of Thrones until later seasons. So people would be talking about stuff like when we were in crew vehicles and stuff, and like people were getting together and they were talking, "Oh my gosh, did you see this episode?" And I was like, "Whatever," you
It's
know.
also after the books, so like
Right, but still, like I was just
read
like,
the books and spoiled the show potentially even before the show came out.
but I was just like, open to like talk about it because if I watch it, I don't think it's really going to affect. And I still liked the show for what it was and stuff, but I know I bring it up and I call out spoiler alert and all that other stuff. I feel like it's just like in general, like I want to be careful with what we say and like how I talk,
Mhm.
and in any conversation. Rarely is it something that's important enough that upsets me, but I really dislike that whole spoil
Yeah.
world that we live in. Like I don't want to say it's like
Spoil.
spoil culture or whatever.
Spoiler alert! It
It's-
sucks.
There's everybody's fighting for that first drop of information that they can be the one to share it, and it's
Yes.
just like, how about we just review it or rate it based on its merits? You don't have to give everything away.
Again, and that stuff only happens because it works. People click, people watch, people read, people whatever. If people didn't engage with that content, it wouldn't happen.
Right.
And I don't think it's wrong to engage with that content. I'm not going to tell
Oh.
anybody to be upset about spoilers, to not be upset about spoilers, to consider one thing a spoiler and something else not. That's a personal decision. So what you do is completely fine, but you have to respect other people. But when it comes to stuff like that, outlets do that because it gets clicks. And it's very hard for me to be like, don't do it, because they have results that show this is what I should do.
Mm.
So
And also, so like when it
No,
comes
I
to
don't know.
and so Marvel, they
It is a Marvel.
they release information that they're entitled to release information about their own projects, right?
yes.
When they first had Robert Downey Jr. come out and like when he came out and like unveiled that he was going to be Doctor Doom, I was like, man,
They spoiled themselves.
that would have been a huge reveal at some point, if it happened in real time while watching something. And now you have like every time an actor signs to a contract for a movie or a show, there's outlets that are like, this person signed up, like, and I think that goes back to like the whole thing of like the series launches, they release all the episodes, people binge it, then they're like, where's more, and they have to feed that need for more
Gotta
by
feed the
getting
monkey.
information about something that's still like 3 years away. And it's just like, let's just let things live and breathe and like exist and happen.
I 100% agree with what you just said right now. Yes, I am very much of the let's give things some room and let them breathe, and let's not like, binge it as quickly as you want. That's completely fine. Again, you make your own decision, but then you have to recognize like you're probably going to be waiting a while for
Right.
the next set of whatever, and have a little patience for that stuff. Just because you watched a whole season's worth of stuff in one day doesn't mean that like 6 months from now you should get the next batch.
Right.
You gotta
So
wait.
for me, I had this conversation with Deux about Ironheart, and I won't go into the details of the characters, but there's been a character that's been like hyped up for the last like 4 years. Oh, maybe this character is gonna come in this show, or this is this character working behind the scenes and it's gonna be huge. This is supposed to be like one of the biggest, most important villains or whatever in Marvel, and it's this character. Oh, they're doing this. They're the only ones strong enough to pull these strings. And then Ironheart, the reveal of that character, I was like, that felt really flat to me, because for like 4+ years, I've been hearing this character's name and how powerful and crazy it's going to be, and all these possible times that they could have been unveiled, and like it came out the way it did, and I was like, wow, that's not what I expect from this character based on years of hype.
Based on nothing Disney or Marvel told you, just based on
but
what
just
other
based
people
on
were
the
saying.
hype
Yeah.
and all the expectations. So that's like the media has completely let me down.
And then so people would watch that and be like, well, that sucked, that's such a letdown. not based on anything those companies involved with it did, but based on what YouTube and Facebook and websites tell you. And you're like, I have this rage now for this thing I've been told is happening for 4 years. Who at Marvel or Disney ever said that was happening? Nobody. Who ever hinted at any of that? Nobody. It's just the online culture has created that rage.
I admit it's fun to speculate, but like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I do you think that them
Voldemort?
spoiling Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom? Do you think that was like because of the heck that was going on at the hell that was going on at the time with every? They probably wouldn't have done that reveal if there wasn't so much heat on getting rid of the other guy.
I think they
right?
would have. I think that certainly lent into it, but obviously MCU's not doing anywhere near as good as it used to. So I'm sure no matter what, they would have been like, we have to let people know way far in advance that he is going to be a part of this movie, because it gives them plenty of time to talk positive or negative, but they're going to know he's in that movie. So when that movie comes out, they're going to go see it. So they can be angry about it or whatever. But I think that would have happened no matter what. But with that other stuff going down at the same time, I think they're like blessing in disguise because we could put this out there. So.
Yeah.
But like, I'm even saying about like, some things are speculated and some things are just like, I don't know if they're confirmed, but like different characters like Ned and like the path that he's going to take. And like, and now, they're shooting, what is it? Brand New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And like, this person just signed to it under this character. And this is probably, it's just like,
did you hear about the big fighting that's going on between two big actors in the MCU? This is exciting too. You haven't heard about this?
I did hear that.
Oh,
yes.
I'm hearing it all
name
over.
the actors, but there's a
but
fight.
we know who they are.
And they won't film together.
I don't know.
RDJ and Ryan Reynolds hate each other.
Oh, yeah?
They had to rearrange all kinds of
I didn't
footage.
hear who it was, but I heard there was two big name actors who were not getting along.
Yeah, who knows?
So.
And they won't work together.
According to the rumors, which probably aren't true,
yeah.
they're like,
now
rearranging all the scenes.
Now, when the movie comes out, people are going to be like, see, that scene doesn't work because they were fighting with each other. And people aren't going to watch the movie to watch the movie. They're going to be like, he's filming that by himself, obviously, because he's so forget it. Like, forget everything. It's
like what I was telling you. It's like that movie from 1962, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. They put Betty Davis and Joan Seymour in a movie together, and they didn't talk about the movie. They just advertised how these two women hated each other famously, and it was like a huge hit. Turns out it was a pretty good movie, actually. But and it's the psycho biddy genre. It's the probably inappropriate, but that's where they started it.
So, long story short,
it's educational.
Robert Downey Jr. is the final boss in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that got spoiled for me. So, oh my god.
Who was
RDJ versus DK?
He's the final boss in that game. But yes, I wrote about that and I was upset, and it led us down that whole rabbit hole. Moving on, I talked about boss fights in games because I love a really good boss fight, and I was talking about what goes into a good boss fight for me. A boss fight that I like, what I think is good.
It's when you slam your resignation down and storm out.
No, it's when two of your bosses are fighting over who gets to keep you on their team.
I like that one better.
Yeah.
This is funny. I'm getting a Marvel related question from my brother-in-law right now.
Does he not know you're in the middle of a podcast?
He probably does not. He has his own life, so I don't think he's thinking about that right now.
Must be nice to never get offended about anything. Everything makes me so angry. I'm like, they should know what my schedule is.
I'm doing the podcast right now. I will have to answer you later. Yeah, I mean, crazy,
those logs
call me crazy, but I start from the default of not being mad.
You went out and you got ice cream,
and that also makes people mad at me. So what am I gonna do?
Meanwhile,
I'm gonna not be mad.
Meanwhile, I'm in a different time zone. I sent a text message. He's like, "Oh, Nicky Hill's sending me a message. Does he know I'm doing a podcast right now?"
That's a
well.
bit.
You're
Jesus
on
Christ.
and you're on the podcast.
So, man, this guy. But anyway, boss fights. I talked about how I really liked the spoiler alert surprise boss fight, or the secret boss fight in chapter 1 of Deltarune.
What the heck?
Every
man?
chapter in Deltarune has a secret boss. I will not tell you who they are or how to get to them, and it's different rules every
Perhaps
single
you
time.
can call them an undercover boss.
Sure, an undercover boss.
So that you don't consider a spoiler because it's well known that even though they don't know what the secret is, they know there are secrets.
It's not even. Well, I mean, if you're playing Deltarune and you don't know that there's secrets, that's amazing that you don't know that.
God.
But on top of that,
I
like
feel like such an idiot.
you're not playing Deltarune.
I played the first chapter, and
Yeah,
you know
but
I
like
did.
you're out. Like you're done.
Well, now I'm done.
Yeah.
Now I'm never
He
going back.
decided for you. It's okay.
Unbelievable.
I would. What am I supposed to do? I can either talk to you about this and make people up, or make you upset because
Can
I
we
talk about it
please
too
just
much, and then you don't
continue?
want to play it, or I can not talk about it and then you don't play it. Each chapter has a secret boss fight, but you know it's not like you do the exact same thing in each chapter to get to it. It's a completely different set of rules. It's a completely different character each time. It's a completely different scenario. So, good luck on finding them on your own. The one in the third chapter I did not get on my first playthrough. It's very, very well hidden, but the one in chapter 1 I absolutely loved. It was like a really good boss fight. It was challenging, and it was like paced to a degree that felt like you were just hanging on by a thread in the final round of it. Like it was just, I really liked the way it was handled. But I was talking to a lot of people about boss fights and what they like and what makes a good boss fight in their eyes and all that jazz. So I mean, we've all fought. I'm gonna say hundreds, but probably thousands of bosses in games over the years. There's been
Yeah.
it's hard to there's plenty of genres that don't have bosses in them, but there are many
Music.
others that do, and some games are all boss fights, like No More Heroes, boss after boss after boss.
Music is important to a boss fight. Did you mention that?
Yes, 100%. And yeah, the song for the one in Deltarune's first chapter is one of my favorite songs in that chapter, which makes it extra good. But yes, music in a boss fight is fantastic. It can really up the ante and make the stakes feel that much higher. Not a boss fight song, but I got to talk about a song on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Careful.
Well, that's not a spoiler.
I'm kidding.
Spoiler alert, there's a song in Donkey Kong Bonanza. If I said like a specific song, it's not that one, but that's good. But yes, any boss fights that stick out in your minds as ones that you really enjoyed?
I can't remember nothing. So
There's so many in
try so hard.
in Final Fantasy VII, and like at that time, it was my first RPG, so like I didn't realize that boss fights were going to be like that's basically the game. I mean, you have a bunch of fights, but like there's so many bosses in an RPG that size, and I just had no experience with that, and I just thought that was so cool because every time they were all so versatile and weird and different and interesting. Because up until then, my boss fights were like in Contra or like Resident Evil, the Tyrant or something.
Yeah,
and those are cool too. But they're a little bit more like, you're fighting a boss or I don't even know.
When you get into a boss fight, specifically in an RPG, it's like, okay, like you really feel like you're in for something because it's not like you can knock it out in a couple minutes. You're gonna be there for a while. Things are gonna get pretty tense. So it's another reason of why I really enjoy RPGs. There's boss fights where they feel like an important moment and you really feel like your skills are put to the test. Like you really feel like you got a fight that you got to tackle. And I really like that. Like Earthbound has plenty of boss battles that are great. And you're right, Final Fantasy VII, RPGs in general. That's a great point. Lots of great boss battles in RPGs.
And then there's sub bosses. And then there's games like Mega Man where the whole point is to get to a boss.
Right. Everybody, that's another one. Each one of those is a boss. Each robot master is a boss.
Kung Fu might have taught me about bosses actually back in the day. I'm trying to think. I guess maybe Super Mario Brothers, just because you have to jump over King Koopa.
Not much of a fight there.
Yeah. Or maybe like maybe Legend of Zelda. That might have been my first boss fight.
Dragons and the bomb bird
thing.
Yeah, that's true. There's boss fights in that. Yeah, but Mario, there's a boss, but you don't have to fight. You can fight him with fireballs, but yeah, mostly you're just running underneath him or jumping over him. Bowser or King Koopa, and then Bowser got a little bit smarter as the years went on. I also wrote about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond because last we heard this game is coming out this year, And I was like, is anybody else getting a little bit nervous that it might not come out this year? Because we're looking at the calendar of stuff that Nintendo has planned for this year. And you're like, would they want to release multiple first-party games in a singular month? And they have done that before. They've certainly done that before. They're doing that this month. But like, when you look at the games that are coming, and you're like, do you want these two big-name games going head-to-head against each other in the same month? I don't know. So as of 2+ weeks ago, Nintendo still said Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is 2025. We have no official indication to see that is not going to be the case. After I wrote this Patreon, something happened. The ESRB rating came out for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and the game can only
childhood?
get teen. The game can only get an ESRB rating if it is content complete. So that doesn't mean the game is finished, but that means Nintendo knows what the finished game will have, so they can tell the ESRB board and be like, it's going to have this thing, and Samus is
No
going to be
boobies,
naked,
no
and
blood.
Metroids are going to
There's like a song in that or something.
kiss the Remember Me guy or whatever, so they can be like, all right, we know what's in this, we can give it this rating. But you know,
She does remember him.
the sign of the ESRB rating coming in is a good indicator that things are still on track for 2025, but we'll find out. I'm gonna skip that for a second because it's very exciting. I talked about my parents because my dad called me on my birthday.
All right, happy birthday.
Thank you. And he said he was very excited to tell me something. He said, I'm a gamer now.
Oh.
Him and my
I'm
mom
a gamer
have been
now.
playing games, and in particular, they're playing one game. They're playing pin golf in UFO 50. My mom, who doesn't like sports games, played pin golf and really liked it. She thought my dad would like it. He came to see it. It uses 2 buttons. And they've been going head to head playing against each other. And when they came over, we played it here too. So I took some pictures of them playing and I talked about it on the Patreon. It was a lot of fun. We had a really, really good time. It was crazy to see, like, it was the first time ever in my life I've seen my dad play a game where he actually understood what needed to be done and how to do it. Like, the controls, he understood. He knew what you were supposed to do. There were never any questions about, like, what's happening. I don't get it. Like, it was the first time I've ever seen that happen. So,
And does he know how to spike the ball after you shot it?
how to spike the ball? What are you talking about?
When the ball's in the air, if you hit the button again, it like shoots it down at the ground so you can miss. Don't tell me you've been playing pin golf this whole time. You didn't know you could spike the ball.
I
It's
did
like
not know
part of
that.
the whole thing.
No.
Yeah, that's how you get some holes in one. Have you tell me you got a hole in one?
I've gotten holes in
Okay.
one, but the hard way, I guess. I had no idea that this was a
Imagine
thing.
how good you're probably so good at this game. Like, now that he knows how to play it, he didn't even know how to play it. He probably could have crushed me. But now you know. Yeah, you should play it again. And
Hi,
when you
Ratman do.
it's cool because you can shoot it in between like the bumpers and stuff, and then you have it dip down and maybe bounce up, or
Really? You just hit the button and it falls straight down where you are.
it falls like at an angle, so and it goes quick, so it's like it's
Wow.
called a dunk.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's awesome. I did it by mistake.
Man, I'm gonna tell my mom that right now. Yeah, I was just, as the kids would say, raw dogging it. We're just playing, and where the ball lies is where the ball lies. But now I have to try that. Yeah, my score. My mom and I played around, and I got 21 over par, which I was like, I'll take it. And she got like 28 or 26, so we were pretty competitive. And my dad played, and he got like a 34, which isn't horrible. It's not bad.
When you first start, like if you don't know the holes, it's
Yeah.
pretty challenging.
Yes.
It's like I've played it a bunch now, and it's so much easier now that I've played it a bunch because you know what to expect on the holes. But yeah, the first few times you're playing it,
you're like, I'm never going to be able to.
never.
Yeah. Mom, Andrew just told me right now on the podcast that if you hit the hit button, whatever it is, when your ball is in the air in pin golf, it will slam down towards the ground at an angle. So you didn't know that because you weren't doing it. I didn't know it either. I just found it out right now. That's a game changer. Now that you've thrown in one more wrinkle, my dad will not be able to play anymore. He'll be like, that's
Probably
too many things.
not.
Forget it.
Probably
We'll just
not.
never tell it. Yeah, we played that and had some fun, and set up a little weirdo screen for them to play on the coffee table. I put the pictures in the Discord. So I talked about that. I talked about Peacemaker being back. Don't worry, no spoilers other than the fact that Peacemaker is back. The first episode is out. As I said, the internet did its best to spoil everything as soon as the episode went live, but I watched it last night and I'm very happy it's back, and I really like the show, and it's stupid and silly and endearing and over the top and
It
whatever.
definitely,
Oh, you watch?
it definitely, because I knew I'd be here today talking about it, so I figured I should. It definitely runs that knife's edge for me, where if it were a different type of show, the comedy and the silliness would turn me off. But there's something about the show where it fits, and they're pretty good about balancing like serious moments too, where you actually do feel something for the characters. It's kind of bugging me that you don't necessarily have to have seen the first season. Like, it's like, it feels like the big thing that happened in the first season doesn't really matter, and it's just getting to know the characters is what was important about making it to this season, and that's fine. I do love characters, and the characters in this I like, so I'm enjoying it so far, but we'll see. And I wish, as you know, I don't know what they're doing. They'll put out one episode a week, and then at the end of the episode, after the credits, they'll show you a 20-minute trailer that basically shows you the whole season. It's like, just put every episode out and let me watch it. What are we doing? Anyways,
They're getting their hooks in you.
yeah, they got their hooks.
James Gunn was saying that the first season of Peacemaker is not considered canon because it was made before he was doing what he's doing now. So
Oh.
they kind of rejiggered things because of that. So I would imagine that's why.
But
That explains what you're saying.
But this is why I'm an insane person. You know me. I'm glad that the first season wrapped up its story, because if it didn't, I would have been upset about that. So
I can't help you.
So I don't know. Maybe I should jump off a bridge.
I cannot help you, but as far as just giving you some sort of explanation for why that might have been, but from here going on, yes, it is canon for all of the DCU. So Peacemaker is very interesting because the first season apparently is not, but it managed to survive for a second season, and now that is. So we'll see what goes on. But yeah, very happy it's back. And yeah, you're exactly right. I agree with you. Like, the humor just works in this setting with these characters. There's something about the way they play off of each other and the actors, and I don't know, it just works. But in other things, I could see it rubbing me the wrong way. But
Yeah.
and there's something about the endearing nature of the characters and the serious moments that they have that makes the other pieces work better for me. So I know
or
what you're saying.
just not annoy me as much, because there are some jokes that are just like so eye rolling and bad, but it's like, you know, it's coming from characters that you like, so you kind of like whatever, and then the next one's funny. So
So yeah, I watched that first episode, really enjoyed it, and I'm excited that the show's back. That was a long wait for that second season. And then the last thing I talked about is something I think I mentioned it on the after show, but I want to talk about it here because I want to give everybody a special thanks. As you can tell, as was on display in this podcast literally today, and as you've heard ad nauseum on the podcast and through Patreon, I'm a big fan of Toby Fox. I love Undertale. I love Deltarune. I think he's one of the most amazing developers / composers that gaming has to offer. Blah, blah, blah. You've heard it all before. Well, I got an email last week from a company called Materia Collective, which I am very well aware of, and we've shared a lot of their stuff. They put out a lot of albums, CDs, and vinyls, and cassettes, and whatever. And they reached out, and they said they wanted to offer me the exclusive reveal of the Deltarune Piano Collections album. So it's a...
Did you accept the offer? Or are we
Yeah.
just
You
talking about the
you
offer?
haven't
without
been to
having
GoNintendo
accepted?
this week, have you?
Yeah. So they sent me that, and they were like, we want to give you the exclusive reveal. We're going to give you a track for it that you can reveal. And I like lost my shovel in the best way possible, because I mean, come on, like, I can't believe it. I got the email while I was on the treadmill. I started crying tears of joy on the treadmill because I'm like, I can't believe this. I went upstairs to tell Mom Brain, and I couldn't even speak to her. I was so like worked up about it in a good way, as Deux clearly is too. So I just like I can't believe it, and I went on Patreon to make sure I did a post thanking you guys for your support, because if you guys didn't come to the site or go to the Patreon or listen to the podcast or follow us on social media or do whatever, if you didn't engage with GoNintendo in any way, then I wouldn't have opportunities like this. So I got to reveal this project, which obviously has Toby Fox's blessing.
The
blessing. So it's a collection of tunes from Deltarune, but what's the word? Transposed for a piano play. So you can buy a book of sheet music if you want, or you
Shovel
can
music.
buy you can buy a vinyl pressing, or you can buy a CD version, or you can buy a digital version if you want, or you can just listen to the streaming version if you want to do that too. Pre-orders went live as of yesterday. They didn't make me say any of this. I'm just telling you because I'm happy to be a part of it. So I really can't express how cool it was to get. I would have been happy if I just got like a track to share with you guys, but I had the reveal of it. I was the only place you found out about it. So,
Are they sending you the vinyl?
well, so they got in touch after I did my thing, and they were very happy with how it went. I'm not going to get into details, but they were very happy. And they said they're sending me a special care package. So I don't know what's in that, but you would have to imagine one part of the album would be in there. Yeah, but I don't know what else would be in there. But obviously, as a huge, like, I know I'm into a lot of stuff, and I'm a big fan of a lot of stuff, and I like being a fan of things, and I get excited. But like, this is like top tier stuff. It's like
I think it's probably
Alf and then Deltarune right below it.
I think it's never mind.
No. You took us down this. Now we're gonna wait. We're gonna play it out. Play
It's
it out.
it's a package that has Nordic runes signed by Delta Burke.
God willing.
Delta
Oh,
Rune.
okay. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Drum roll over here. I mean, I did watch Designing Women as a child, so I'm
His is better than mine, but I've got one too. I had
I'm
one
ready.
brewing too. So in the package, it's a stuffed fox named Toby, like a little stuffed animal. His was way funnier, but like I had to say mine.
Guys, they're
just
both hilarious.
I had to say it because we were both thinking about a joke
Yes.
for that moment. It's like
Yeah.
it's something that means so
Yeah,
much to him, and
exactly.
all we can think is like, how can we ruin this with a bad joke that's not funny?
That's what it is. That's what I was thinking. As I was telling the story, I was like, there's going to
The
be a
wheels
joke
are
coming as soon
turning.
as I talk about this. So thank you to Materia Collective. I'm honored. I still can't believe I got to do it. I've gotten to do a lot of really amazing things through GoNintendo that I do not take for granted, and I very much recognize it. It's all because of you guys, and it means a ton to me. And it still feels like it did back when I first started. I think Mom Brain will attest to that. If anything, the feelings are stronger. Probably, I just get the things I get to do and see and play and write about and talk about. Like, it's amazing, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you. And the crazy. Oh, I can't. Well,
Spoiler alert.
kind of is, and it's related to what I said earlier.
Let's not talk.
The track that I was able to share from this album is a track that means a lot to me, and that's all that I'll say. And if you listen to the earlier podcast, you could probably put the pieces of the puzzle together, but that's all I'm going to say. So I was like, this is crazy that out of all the tracks I get to reveal, this is the track that they gave us. So I did that, and that's that. And I think we're going to news. Mom Brain, I'm sorry to take you away from your crocheting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I got it.
What else should we do? Knitting and crochet.
And if I get it wrong, I get in trouble.
Definitely crochet.
Finally.
I'm sorry, crochet is what?
Finally.
Oh. There's only one hook there.
The crochet hook and a knitting needle.
Did we do Patreon for $1? Did we do that whole
Yeah, we
shtick?
did.
Okay. All right. What do we got in the news this week? Not
a lot happened, right?
Stuff happened, that's for sure.
Something happened, but
Yes, this is really cool.
very cool.
Thanks. Very cool.
Wait, what was I thinking? There was something that I thought was going to be interesting about this week.
Tell me.
I don't know. There were quite a bit of announcements, right?
There was
There was
There were
Gamescom.
presentations. There was Gamescom. Yes.
Com?
Gamescom.
I do this every
yes.
year. M.
Yeah. Convention.
That's
Yeah.
why I get
Yeah,
confused.
it's Gamescom.
Confused.
I get
COM.
confused.
Viewership for the old Dorito Pope was up like 40%
But-
this year. So
But like 90% of the trailers were not Nintendo related, right?
I would say out of Gamescom related presentations, this one had more than usual. There were no first party
More
things,
than usual, but there
were,
were still like most of them were
I'd say like 35%.
really
Nintendo related.
It was mostly PS5,
I did cover it. so-
Xbox. No, I went through the I was going through the list and I was looking for Switch or NS or whatever, NS2, and I was only
Well,
really seeing Xbox Series X and S.
I mean, that's how all these things go. If you watch any the
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
Awards, that's what they do.
Yeah, I mean
because-
those like if you're gonna be a game company and you're gonna make games, you're gonna want to do it for the big companies, not for Nintendo. You don't want to throw your money away at Nintendo, right?
Well,
nobody's buying that.
it's like,
crap.
where do I put my
Dude.
money? Do I put it at Gamescom or Game Awards or whatever, where it's a all-encompassing gamer audience, or do I do it with a Nintendo Direct, where mostly, the vast majority of people that are watching are going to potentially have interest in picking this game up? So you got to spend your money wisely.
Yeah.
Oh, we're starting off with Pokemon news.
We are starting off with Pokemon Dew. I know you already heard all this because you were at
Ooh,
the
The
Pokemon
mics are
Dew.
cracking. The mics are crackling.
So, the 2025 Pokemon World Championships took place, and as always, at the closing ceremonies, the Pokemon Company released a handful of details about a whole bunch of games that are coming out. So I'll give you the quick details. But Pokemon Legends ZA, which is the big Pokemon game coming out this year,
it's pizza related.
we found out it's going to have 4-player battles online. So we didn't know any of the online battle details, but now we know that there will be 4-player online battles. And it'll have mega evolutions and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yes, you got your online details for that. We're not going to do that. This one is actually pretty big. So whenever there are the Pokemon World Championships, obviously they play Pokemon Go, and there's a division that plays that, and they play now they're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because those are the mainline Pokemon games. So that's where the big battles take place. But we know that Pokemon Champions is a game that was announced previously and is coming out in 2026. I believe that's Switch and Switch 2. And I want to say something else, but I could be wrong. But here's the big news. That they announced Pokemon stuff for that. But what they announced is that's going to be the flagship game at Pokemon Championships going forward. So like when the main games are being played, when the main battles are taking place, it's in Pokemon Champions. It's not going to be in Scarlet and Violet anymore. So we're shifting over to Champions, which could be the case for the next few years. So if you're looking to be a competitive Pokemon player and you're focusing on like the top tier stuff, that's where you want to put your time. When Pokemon Champions comes out, that's the big game. That's the big thing that everybody's going to be playing. So that was some very interesting information. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Pokemon World Championships next year will have an additional event alongside it. That's going to be in San Francisco, and it's called Pokemon XP. And more details on that will be announced at a later date. Nico Darunia left a comment that says, was Deux doing the reporting from the Pokemon World Championships in California?
Man, that's so funny. I wish I was now that everyone says talking about it. It's so funny. The odds of that.
Well, as I said, next one's a year away, and now there's 2 events that you could go to both. I could get you into both events.
Man,
You two together.
if you can get us one in Japan, that would be an adventure. Can you imagine the 2 of us? We'd never come back.
So like the big final championships are here, but they do the national championships for different parts of the world, and there's one in Japan every year.
Oh, man, we could go make fools of ourselves.
Is there ever one in like New Jersey, like something closer?
There are regional. I'm not going to call them championships, but there's regional tournaments. Yeah, you might have to go to
Start
New
small.
York City, but
Philadelphia.
yes. I am pretty confident I could get you
Philadelphia.
into the Japanese one, but I couldn't get you like accommodations and all that other
Right.
stuff. Like with the California one, I probably could. Japan, no.
Really? The
Yeah, I'm pretty
accommodations.
sure I could do that. And that's
Can we
not
just
me
take the
being
cash
that's not
value?
me trying to flaunt anything. That's me being honest. Like I think I could get it.
Well, I know you pretty well, and you always were. You had a big head. You love to flaunt.
well, I am
but
Irish. So. Moving on, we're already done with that Pokemon news too. So again, I apologize. I know you heard that once already. And there is, I know there's something else in here that says it's a top story. I would not have made it one. So we are Pokemon clear for the rest of the podcast.
going clear.
So this patent came up
General?
from Nintendo.
Pending.
It's very interesting, and I really love this idea.
I'll be the judge.
And it
of
would be
this.
for a very small amount of people who would actually go through the setup and the rigmarole, but I am one of those people. I love this idea. I hope it gets used in the game, may not. So here's the patent. It's using GameShare, which is a feature on the Switch 2 where you can share your game with another player. And, you know, the screens will, you know, Nicky Hill could be playing on, if he was playing, what's that game, EA, the guy that says F a lot, and he made the co-op game and it's really popular.
No Way Out, but the
Split
Split Fiction.
Split Fiction, yes. So you could be playing Split Fiction with me through GameShare, and you could be playing it on the original Switch, and I could play it on Switch too, and
And
I'd be
only-
sending you the game through
and
GameShare.
he's the only one that has to buy the game.
Yes, that is also true.
Local or it doesn't matter?
I don't believe it matters.
Okay.
It might. I don't know.
I mean, that's
If you-
that's a not important to this. You're just using it as
Yeah,
an example.
th-
So
like,
we'll-
through
Maybe
the-
to start.
For the regular online play, obviously, no. But through GameShare, it might have to be local. But anyway, so GameShare obviously has the ability to connect with another Switch or Switch 2 and display stuff on the screen. So Nintendo has this patent where they're really toying with that idea to do something new. And the patent shows two examples that make me want them to do this so bad. They show an example of the TV has your main image on it, and the example shows a car driving down the street. And then they show a much smaller screen in the upper corner, like a completely separate screen, not picture in picture, a completely separate screen. And that's like your rear view mirror. So in real life, you could be playing Switch 2 on your TV, and then you could have your Switch or another Switch 2 if you have one, and that could be set up next to your TV to act as a real life rear view mirror.
I was talking about that back in the day when
I
we were
was-
talking about Switch.
I was
or
gonna say
Wii
that.
U, actually.
I was gonna say that Nicky Hill had this idea,
Back in the
and
Wii
you were like, why would anybody ever do
No,
that?
he was for it.
Thank you.
I think he was for it.
I don't
I
think he
love
was.
this.
I
This
think it was
idea.
He
the
was.
conversation was like I don't see anyone ever doing that, but
Yeah.
that is a perfect use of the Wii U game.
I don't see anyone ever doing this 100%.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't see. You're not going to sell it, and people are going to be like, "Yeah, like the amount of people." That's why I
he
started
doesn't
off.
go along with everything I say, but when he does, I make a heart.
Okay.
There's a tab in my heart where I store that away.
That's why
All right.
I
Heart
prefaced the
folder.
story the way I did, or started it the way I
Heart
did,
folder.
because I can't imagine many people would ever do this. But I'm the kind of guy to be like, yes, I'd be like, give me 4 switches that I got to set up in each corner. I would love it, but I recognize people are not going to want to do that.
So
or have
Nintendo,
the-
I'll
It's like,
I'll set
Four
up an
Swords
account.
Adventures. It's like, I can play this game, and all I have to do is have 4 more GBAs and all the cables and the thing that plugs into, like, sign me up. I want it, but nobody wants to do that, which is why that game didn't sell well. But anyway, so they showed that. I took the patent image and I put dribble and spits in it.
Oh, yeah,
because
hold on.
Nintendo fans
You-
know they drive cabs in the game.
Did
and
you
they look
play
at the
Four
rear view.
Sword Adventures with multiple Game Boys by yourself?
No.
Okay.
Played that with actual people. And that's why I hesitated making this a top story, because I knew that would come up too.
No. I'm not looking to make fun of you. I just thought there was a game I thought where like you were playing it by yourself. No, I'm not making. I'm not bringing up.
This is not about Crystal Chronicles.
No.
It's about something else.
I could definitely
Guilty
see
conscience.
you
You're
having
thinking of Crystal
multiple.
Chronicles. I
I
wonder
can
why.
see you having multiple like.
It's the only other example I can
Systems?
think of.
No, it's not that, guys. Listen, having
I'm
multiple
listening.
systems where you're the only one playing across all the systems, where you put down one to pick up the other to do the test, then pick up the back and forth. I could see you doing that.
Yes, I would love that.
Gyro
And again, I know no one would like that. Yeah, I never had it. Only saw it at our friend's house.
But continue. Sorry, game.
So yeah,
Patents.
just because they used the screen or they used the cars in the patent, I went with Dribble and Spits because if you played WarioWare, you know Dribble and Spits driving cabs and they see the rear view mirror and blah, blah, blah. It makes perfect sense if you're a Nintendo fan. And then the other idea that they showed, which is equally cool,
This is cool.
you would have two screens next to each other for an extended play field, which is an awesome idea. And they show it being used in a shoot 'em up or a shmup, where one screen would be where you're playing or your whatever is, and the
This
screen
is
on the right would be
confirmed
further
that,
of the gameplay field.
There's
So
going to be a Pilot Wings Galaga shmup, right?
no.
Oh.
So yeah, that's
Or is it
also
Galaga? Sorry.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I really don't know. I always say Galaga. But again, this one would be a little bit different. You'd probably want two screens of the same size rather than like one, 50-inch TV and then a Switch 2 next to it. You probably wouldn't want to do that. So
That's like
probably
the ultimate little sibling. Like
Yeah,
I'm playing
right.
on this
You're
one,
playing
you're
on that
playing on
screen.
that one.
So probably this would be more focused on two Switch 2s or a Switch and a Switch 2, something where the screen sizes are closer.
Two 80-inch televisions.
I mean, that is another ability, but you'd have to have another Switch 2 because it has to.
Right.
You need something to
Mhm.
cast to. So again, patents, as I always say, we don't know if this will actually make it into a product. I would love it. I would be, well, it's Nintendo, so I'd be there day one anyway, but I'd be extra excited to do this stupid thing where I put like my little Switch in the corner of my TV to watch like a rear view mirror. And I'd be like, this is the greatest thing. I just love that weird experimental stuff. So
Well, this one is
whether it
kind
happens
of
or not,
like
we'll
where
find
you
out.
would take what was it called? Where you would take multiple switches and like lay them out on a table, like one
An Eiffel
facing this
Tower?
direction. No, where you like they'd be flat on the table with the screens facing up, and like you'd place this one here and then this one next to it in a different orientation,
Yes.
so that you can like piece together a track for
Yes.
whatever that mini game was. Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That's
but-
kind of like what this is. And then the other one is almost like they're saying the Wii U had more potential than what we saw, and we want to bring it back in a covert way. So let's do this screen sharing thing where you get an extra screen out of it, and we can use it in fun ways. You can't put a 25-pound turkey in a microwave oven.
Well, like we always say, Nintendo, no matter how well or good an idea does, even if it bombs, or how bad or good an idea does, even if it bombs, Nintendo never gets rid of it completely. They're always like, we'll figure out another way to do something with
Case
this.
in point,
The Wii U to
Virtual
the
Boy.
Switch.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no, you're right.
You got Nintendo Labo, which was better than the Virtual Boy,
Right.
but not by much. As far as sales go. But anyway, we'll see what happens with these patents. I'm really pumped for that. And I bet nothing ever happens with it, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I meant to mention this earlier. Deux
That's
did
me.
a review
Oh,
for Lore Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire.
Right?
A
We
Lord
posted-
of the Rings story.
That's what it is. We posted it a couple weeks ago, but he wasn't here to talk about it. So I just wanted to mention that because it's a feature. You can go read it.
Edited superbly by a one RMC.
He's very
Personally.
Well, thank you for saying that.
He just ran it through ChatGPT.
Make this good.
I wouldn't blame him if he did. I mean, it's not.
Chatty-
I can't picture him finding it interesting.
It's funny when I read through reviews. I don't know if I should say this.
Don't.
There are certain outlets where I'm like, are you just editing this with ChatGPT?
Oh, yeah.
Which
I'm
I'm
sure
like,
they are.
that's not really bad. I would use, like, whatever.
Right.
As far as uses of ChatGPT goes, I'm overall okay with it. But like, there's certain things that ChatGPT does when it edits and writes that are like, I see a specific tells unless you tell it, don't do this thing. I'm not going to get into the specifics of
The
it, but there are, yes, they do, but not like
Not-
like the long one,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
And not like it's like when it's instead of like a colon or something?
The-
Right? Wouldn't
the-
it be like
whatever the long hyphen is,
separating
whatever
ideas
that's
or
called.
sent a period?
If I see that in any article more than once, I'm
You know
like,
where I
this
see
is
it?
ChatGPT.
In job postings,
Oh, that's
and I'm like, all right,
it's a
then
calling
it's
card.
open.
Yeah.
Then it's open
If you
season.
use it, then I'm using it. Yeah, it's two robots talking to each other. You're exactly right. But anyway, dude did that. Edited,
Clankers.
edited by myself. But go check that
But
out.
hey, other outlets. If you're using ChatGPT, sure, but
I really,
you're probably gonna want to proofread
yes,
the computer's
I
work.
really don't think, in the grand scheme of things, using ChatGPT for editing is bad. I really don't. But other than the environmental impacts, but that's AI in general. But yes, Nicky Hill's right. To put it in there and then you proofread it and be like, let's make this, make a little more sense than the robot says. Also, I did an interview with Wayforward. Did an interview
No offense,
with
Josh.
Wayforward. We got to talk about the new Shantae game, which
was
I'm
an old
sure
Shantae game.
is what I couldn't talk about last week. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution is now available for your modern day platforms. So if you'd like to play it on Switch or PlayStation or Xbox or
But can I
PC,
play
you
it
can
on
get
a
there.
Game Boy Advance if I wanted to?
You can, but sold out. So good luck getting it. But yes, you can get it on your modern platforms. We did an interview about that, and you can read that, and I'll talk to you about that more later. There was so I was, Mom Brain will attest to this. I was very angry this week on my birthday because I had to cover Gamescom, which I was like, out of all days, I don't want to sit and watch and cover this 2-hour conference. And then I wake up the day before Gamescom to find out that Nintendo's like, we're doing a Kirby Air Riders Direct. And it was on my birthday, and it was 45 minutes. And I'm like, I don't want to do 45 minutes about one game. Why we got to do this? So I was very angry.
Was
but
it awesome though?
I never played Kirby Air Ride. I mean, the game looks fun. It's, I don't know. I like Kirby.
So is
but-
this your
new?
chance now to play it then?
No, this is a sequel.
It is.
Oh,
Brand new.
so you won't try the sequel until you try the first one?
I don't think there's continuity that matters between the two, but I have to.
Is
I have
the
to look
S?
into it.
It's the S that's different about
Well,
it.
one is Kirby Air Ride, and one is Kirby Air
Right,
Riders.
Durs. So RS. So
Durs.
Kirby Air Ride RS. They could have called it.
I mean, they did call
Maybe
it that.
that's
They
what it
just
means.
pronounced it normally. So they did a 45-minute direct on that. And we learned all about the game and the characters and the new features. And the first game was famous for using one button, and this game adds in a second button. So now it gets doubly complicated. But
It's kind of crazy.
Kirby
huh?
Air Ride, when it came out, was somewhat warmly received, but not really very highly praised. But people who played it were like, this game is incredible, and they've been asking for a very long time for a sequel, and now we are finally getting it. So people of the GameCube era are losing their mind because they've been wanting this for decades, literally. Japan is going insane for this game. Like, the amount of views that they have on the Direct and for their social media account for just this game, it's like astronomical. So this is why the game is coming
Is
out
it
now.
like Mario Kart with these, but with Kirby, or
So it's funny, in the Direct, Sakurai tells the story of how this game came to be, because Sakurai made the original. Sakurai birthed Kirby, basically. But when he made Kirby Air
Was
Ride,
that a painful process?
yeah, he screamed like that Kirby scream from the first game. That's the one. That's the one. So he said Nintendo came to him during the development of Smash Brothers DLC and was like, Kirby Air Ride 2? And he's
And I
like,
said no.
aren't you guys doing Mario Kart? And they were
Kirby
like,
Air
yeah. And he
Riders.
goes, well, isn't this the same as Mario Kart? And they're like, no, they're not the same at all. And he's like, all right. So I would say,
sounds like the right guy to make the game?
based on gameplay, they are quite different, but they are still both racing
It's a
games,
racing
so,
game.
Yeah. It's a ring toss game. So yes, they are quite different in how the racing is done. But Yeah, Sakurai is just
This
so
one you race backwards without seeing the road.
Sakurai is so
Very
Player
challenging.
One. Very
That's
Ready
what I was
Player
thinking.
One.
Sakurai, nobody will figure that out. Sakurai is so personable, and he makes the his presentations are a lot of fun.
You want to wait for the releases?
I'm just hoping it moves along here.
He's not waiting for the release. Clearly,
yeah. The sour releases are happening
Oh,
right
dear
now.
Lord.
What do you want me to?
you're having a hardship over
I'm
here.
looking at directions.
Oh, I thought you were hiding from my burps.
No.
So yeah, there was a 45-minute presentation on that, and we covered that. We learned I don't know, we learned it's coming out. I'll tell you what is it,
Well,
November 20th. It's coming out.
It's cool because they recognize that they have something that people been waiting for. It's got a following, and they decided to do it and go all out doing it. And I love that. And it gives me hope. I know it's not going to happen, but it gives me hope that they could do that with other things,
Like Urban Champion.
like Eternal Darkness, for instance. But I know that's a way longer shot, but just the fact that they're even open for something like that, like where it's like, oh, we've only had one game of this, but it's been popular and people liked it, and
That's
it's
the
enough
thing.
time has happened.
Sentiment is there, and popularity was there originally. With Eternal Darkness, the popularity wasn't there, but the sentiment came after.
I know what you're saying. I almost feel like a new Eternal Darkness could appeal to people who didn't even know Eternal Darkness existed. You know what I mean?
Probably.
They'd
I mean,
probably
why
be like,
do
oh,
we-
cool, like a horror thing from Nintendo.
I just know Nintendo would. I am guessing, since I know Nintendo, I think fairly well. They would be like, we are not the right developer to make this because they didn't make the original. They
Silicon
offered
Knights or
aid,
something.
but yeah, and Silicon Knights is dead, and they're like, who
Jesus.
would make it? I don't
They're
know.
all
Who do you pick to
Hey,
make it?
Kojima,
Capcom.
step up.
Capcom's not a bad one. Kojima would be a fantastic one, but it'd be like
Man, can you
20
imagine?
times weirder than the original.
Can you imagine Kojima teaming up with Nintendo to make an Eternal Darkness game? That might be a dream
I have
come
no
true.
proof of this at all, but I would imagine Nintendo is like, Kojima's making a game for PlayStation. Kojima's making a game for Xbox. Like, we got to get a Kojima game. Like, I would imagine if
That would be cool if they
Could
did.
you?
It's
But
just-
like,
I
but
also know
also,
Nintendo would be like, and Nintendo's not going to go to him and be like, make a game for us. And Nintendo also is not going to have an idea where they're like, this is perfect for you. So they're just going to wait for Kojima to come to them, and they'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Because Nintendo knows their wheelhouse, and they're not going to think of games that Kojima-like games that they'd be able
but
to
also,
make or be interested in.
I feel like if I was playing that game, like if Kojima made an Eternal Darkness,
Mm.
I'd be playing that game and I would get up to walk into my kitchen and I would sink into the floor because like he would alter
how
my
real it would
actual
be.
reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you'd have like characters named like, I'm Eternal Man, and I'm
Darkness.
Darkness Man, and
Darkness
I'm
Boy.
Scary
I'm
Woman.
Darkness.
There you go. Oh, speaking of that, people are saying that Sakurai has snuck in multiple Earthbound references in Kirby Air Riders, at least in the Direct. When you watch the Direct, there's other characters that are playing, and the names are like Lucas and Ness and Paula and
Just as a fan, or
no, because okay. So Kirby is co-owned by HAL and Nintendo. HAL made Earthbound
Malcolm in
with
the middle.
Nintendo, so they have a history with the franchise. Sakurai, obviously, Mother and Earthbound is very near and dear to him. He's got plenty of
Mother.
Earthbound things in the Smash Brothers series, so he's got an affinity for. He's got a history with the company. He's got an affinity for the franchise, so it's probably not a coincidence that he snuck those names in there. But you know, the internet is like 10 layers deep now, and they're like, "This means Mother 3 is coming out on Switch too." I'm like, can it just be
Sadly,
like a
it's
nice
not
Easter egg?
happening.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
that's even
wait
I
for
know
Reggie's
that's not
pins.
happening.
Reggie, you know what Reggie does all the time? He talks about boats. He's talking about how he's going out on a boat.
Wave
and-
race
Oh, that's it.
confirmed.
So yeah, there was a direct thing. We got a whole recap of that, but you know, it's Kirby Air Riders, new characters, new abilities, coming out November 20th. And he said there's still a whole bunch of stuff we don't know about this game yet, and you'll learn more about it later. But you could play it at PAX West. PAX West is August 29th to September 1st. They will have it at their booth for hands-on demos. But please note, this requires a Warp pass reservation, Warp Pipe pass preservation. So you got to be a My Nintendo person, sign up in advance. You get approved, then you can go there and you can play and enjoy. So don't just walk in thinking you can play. You got to sign up for it. Nicoderunia says, happy birthday, Direct RMC. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Direct. I did not enjoy covering it on my birthday. But thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Moving on. One of the Gamescom announcements. And this has been rumored for a long time now, and it turns out the rumor is true. The rumor, I believe, came from Nate the Hate, which is someone who is very credible. He said that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was going to come to Switch 2. And at Gamescom, we learned that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming to Switch 2. Comes out in 2026.
I'm interested in this.
I've wanted to play the game. I just haven't played it yet. And now that I know it's coming to Switch 2, that's where I will play it. So we don't know when in 2026 yet, but it is the full fat adventure that has been played by Xbox players and recently PlayStation players now. It is making its way to Switch 2, and many believe that lends credibility to other Bethesda games making their way to Switch 2 later on, including things like Starfield. So we'll see if that happens, but Indiana Jones is happening. And they gave it a nice little... So they announced DLC for Indiana Jones, and then at the end of the DLC trailer was a little teaser announcing the Switch 2 version. So that was very nice to see. Lots of comments on here. King Broly says, this is a massive surprise. I don't know if that's tongue-in-cheek or not, because it's been rumored for a very long time, but...
Well, is it is he talking is like an inside joke of Massive Effect? That was Bethesda too, right? Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Oh.
Just waiting to see if there's another connection. That's BioWare.
Oh, I don't know.
They're both B's. Bethesda is Elder Scrolls and Skyrim.
I mean, I don't think King Broly's trolling, but if you read the rest of the comments, it looks like he didn't realize that it had been rumored.
Well, then that's a lovely surprise for him. I mean, it's certainly nice to have a confirmation of it. That's without a doubt. Moving on. One of my GameCube favorites and one of my characters that I love and one of the characters I feel doesn't get the love it deserves will have a second chance at love. Chibi-Robo, the GameCube classic, has joined the Switch 2 GameCube collection. So if you're a Switch 2 expansion pack member, which you are, and you can now go on your Switch 2 and play the original Chibi-Robo.
Warning for everybody who's going to play, pack a lunch because you can't skip the opening story, and it's long.
Took a nap during it.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I look forward to hearing more about that, but I don't.
Is it?
But I do.
But you can tell that I didn't make it past the story and have nothing else to say about the gameplay.
That's what I figured.
How long
So
is it? Like,
I mean, it felt really long. It's probably a few minutes, but it felt really long.
I was going to
Like
say
you can't skip it at all.
You heard the
what? There was
Adventures
something...
of Elliot fiasco. So I
What was the?
I don't know.
I can't remember. There was a game though that I remember sitting there and being like, "Oh dear," like, "Oh, we're still in it here." But since I don't remember things,
I was going to say,
it's
and
gone.
the game was
No.
So yeah,
it's probably like 8 years ago, and it's like fresh in my mind, but also not in my mind. What? Tell us about Chibi-Robo.
Chibi-Robo is a 4-inch tall robot who's arrived at the Sanderson house with the goal of helping the family get the most out of life and find happiness. Day or night, he'll help however he can, whether that's by cleaning or looking for lost items.
Say that again.
He'll help.
Oh,
I thought you were saying it like Fifth Element.
4 inches. That's really tall, right?
Please.
No, he can't do big jobs, but he does. He has a big heart.
It's not about the height of the robot. It's about
The clanker.
it's not
Actually,
about
that's
the
a
height
good
of
point. Do you think that's why, because of the new slang? Do you think that's why they released
Clanker's
this
real
game?
hot right now. We got to get Chibi-Robo out there. They
It's
got
not-
other robot-related games on GameCube, so they could do a whole thing. What do you
It's
got?
not about the height of the clanker. It's
Custom
about the
Robo
ticker and the
and-
tanker. Huh?
Metal Arms is on there. That's a robot. I'm trying to think of other robot games. That's all I got. Custom Robo and Metal Arms.
What are you talking about? We have Ellahead.
I'm talking about on GameCube. That's why I said on
Oh.
GameCube.
Odama? No.
Not robot at all. That's Feudal Japan Pinball.
Were you just
With
thinking
a
of like a
microphone.
GameCube game that you remember? That's
I
love
don't. I've
that.
never played that game, but it's all I could think of.
Yep, it's standard, like I said, pinball, feudal Japan game where you have to yell into a microphone to play it. And again, that's something where I'm like, sign me up, and I know no one else is buying this. Like, I give it to me, Neil. I knew 100% what, like, I was no doubt when I bought that. I'm like, no one else pre-ordered this. No one knows this exists, and if they did, they would be mad about it. So I was all over that. I remember I have very fond memories of sitting in my room screaming into that GameCube microphone. I still have that microphone. Playing that game. I really liked that game, but it was certainly, that's one of the weirdest games I've ever played. Not saying a lot. I've played a lot of weird games, but that's very.
Seamen?
Thank you. I Still Built Robots. Yes, the Robin Williams animated film.
See, something like
I don't think Seaman is as weird as Odama.
but Odama's just pinball. Like,
It's not
feudal
pinball. It's
Japanese
in feudal
pinball.
Japan, and it is pinball, but you're controlling troops, but it's laid out like a pinball machine. Like, and you control it with a microphone. It doesn't make any sense. Like in Seaman, at least you're having conversations with something.
It's weird, but like the
Oh
concept.
yeah,
is
don't get me
weird.
wrong. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like the art is weird.
Hi,
but
Vachi.
the concept isn't.
Doshin the Giant. Yeah, I mean, like, that's another weird one. I've never played that, and I believe, did it get a localized release here at any point? But I remember reading about that in Nintendo Power and being so pissed off because I knew it would never ever come here.
Doshin a go-go?
Hey, Shinagogo.
Gooby, please.
Man,
Hi, Laxter. Good to see you.
this is rambling everything today, aren't we?
Laxter says, if I need a reason to check out the original Kirby Air Ride, it's one of the only GameCube games to use the LAN. So you can set up 8 GameCubes to 8 TVs. I have so many screens to play on. See, that is a selling point for me. You're correct. I used the LAN on Mario Kart. And because I was afraid of RPGs, I never played Phantasy Star. And that's one of my greatest regrets, is that I wasn't part of that era, where just imagining somebody coming into my room and being like, what are you playing? And I could be like, oh, I'm playing Phantasy Star on my GameCube connected to the internet. Like, oh, what are you talking about? What does any of that mean? And I missed out on that whole thing.
So I have a question.
Opuna. Yes, I have Opuna. I love Opuna. Opuna was that's an RPG.
Oh, easy
That's
there.
an
It's a
RPG.
family show.
It's back there somewhere. Yeah, Opuna was really charming, I thought. It had issues, but it was a really charming game.
I remember that.
Yes, Nicky Hill, you're going to say something?
So Chibi-Robo on GameCube.
This is all correct so far.
Mhm. Yeah, yep.
We do not need a GameCube controller to play it, right?
No.
Is there any reason where a GameCube controller would help?
I don't remember exactly what the shoulder buttons do in Chibi-Robo.
But we have shoulder buttons on, right?
Yes, but it's the Miyamoto thing where you had I don't remember what kind of shoulder buttons those are called, but like in Super Mario Sunshine, when you do flood, you can push the button a little bit and he just like drizzles out, or you can push it harder and it sprays more. So Miyamoto was really into those triggers and thought they were amazing. Whatever. I mean, I guess he was onto something, because that's what every other controller does now. But in Chibi-Robo, I don't remember if that does something. If it doesn't, then there's no reason.
I don't remember either.
Shoulder button just shows the map, says Drake. So you're good. There you go.
From your most recent playthrough.
Yeah.
Shoulder buttons do not skip the story. But other
Yeah,
than
that's all I can tell you about the shoulder buttons.
So you're good then. Drake says it's all good. Map and the Z button poses. So there you go. I still remember that little charging ditty from that game. Man, that was such a charming game. It certainly had its issues, but it was a very charming game. It's a hidden gem of the GameCube library. And I'm happy to see it's now available through another platform, and hopefully it gets more fans. And the original Chibi-Robo creator, when this was announced, was so happy. And he was like, I'm so glad people are going to get a chance to play this again. And he's like, if they want to make another, I'm ready. And it's like, I want you to make another. Radical defect. I mean, for me, it is perfection as well. I agree with you. There's plenty of issues in the game that I could point out, but they did not detract from my enjoyment.
I think I only watched you play it. I played the one on the DS.
Yes. What was that called?
Was that Park Patrol?
Yes, you're right. Yeah,
I was
I
looking
also
it
like
up.
that one.
I was looking it up, but I did play that one. But that was that like that was like 2D as well. No.
That was 3D.
No. Chibi-Robo Zipper.
That was side scroller.
Zipper. What is it? What was it? Somebody will say
Yes,
something now.
I talked about it
Zippity-doo-dah.
recently because I enjoyed that game, and I don't think I think that game got unfairly crapped on, and I think it's a pretty by the numbers platformer, but it was still enjoyable. And
Ziplash. Thank you, Radical Defect.
Because again, as I've said before, I love a game with like a lasso or a grapple, and I really liked that platformer. I really did. But again, in the pantheon of platformers, it wouldn't even be talked about. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game.
No, well, the DS just had creative alternatives.
That was 3DS.
Oh, was it now?
Yes. Yes. You were right the whole way. Park Patrol was DS. That was a 3D game. Then Ziplash was on 3DS, and it was a 2D game, although it was
3D,
polygonal.
Yeah.
2D, 3D repeating, of course.
No, but like the DS, the 3D, they were creative. They offered creative solutions, and the only one that I was bitter that we didn't get was a Mirror's Edge platformer. They had the one on the iPad, and I was like, you can do it. You can do it.
I remember that. That was fun.
It was very addictive.
They took it off the App Store too. It's a bummer. You can't play it anymore. That stinks.
And I was just really upset because like they proved that they can do it, and they didn't bring it.
Yes, that's all the time when developers are like, "This wouldn't work on this." It's
same thing. I mean, it's also the same frustration that I have
imagination
for the Disney afternoon cartoon whatever compilation they put on other systems. And
it's very clear that didn't sell anywhere near what they wanted it to.
But you know where it would sell?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's a top level, like top brass decision where it's like, you don't understand video games. Why would you like the first place you go to is Nintendo, and then you figure out from there where else you want to go. Not no Nintendo, and then the other platforms. Of course, those people don't want it. Sticer says, "No way." That's awesome. Can't wait to pick this one up again. Man, GameCube games launching on this service really do hit different. Like I said, there's strong eras. The N64 era has its fans, but the GameCube era, a lot of people grew up with the GameCube and the Wii, right in that soft spot, or right in that sweet spot. And you see things like Chibi-Robo, and it stirs up memories. So
Ice Tobert says there's another robot game on the Cube, Terminator 3: The Redemption.
See, so GameCube is the robot system. If you love clankers, if you're a clanker sympathizer, go play GameCube.
I just also like that on the cover of this, it says Terminator 3, and then the word "the" is really tiny underneath Terminator 3 Redemption. Like, just call it Redemption at that point. Why is it like, unless there was like a titling?
Yeah, I didn't even see that there.
Unless there was like a titling or like a.
There must have been.
I thought that was a trademark. I was like,
there must have been some reason. Yes.
Like, let's just hide it in there. But like, let's hide it in the weirdest place.
Okay.
Dre Gamer also says Chibi-Robo is very accurate with AI using a lot of energy.
It's true. Yeah, that sucker needs to be plugged in all the time. Moving on. It happened, people. You've been waiting 7 years, but it happened. It's official. Now you can start complaining about something else. Hollow Knight Silksong got its release date, and guess what? It's almost here.
Milk Song.
It is coming out on September 4th, 2025. So what is that? Less than 2 weeks you'll be playing Silksong. Do not look for reviews of this game before it comes out, because Team Cherry ain't sending out early review codes. They said, we're sending out our codes to our backers. So if you're a backer, you're going to get to play it. So obviously there will be some reviewers who are backers, and then they will have reviews for it.
Very cool.
September 4th, Switch and Switch 2. That is a Switch 2 native version, not play the Switch version on your Switch 2. So Switch version, Switch 2 version. Switch version is 60 frames per second. So that's lovely. Switch 2 version is 120 frames per second, or 120 hertz, whatever. So if you have amazing clanker eyes and you can perceive the difference at that level, then you go right ahead and enjoy that.
So released September 4th, year of our Lord 2025, which means September 6th, there's going to be a bunch of people saying, we want another game. Bring us another one. We finished this one already.
I like that you gave them a day grace period. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I'd say probably before the 4th even ended, it'd be like, they're going to be like, I waited for this game. This game's woke.
When are you going to release the next one? We want more.
Of course, they put a girl in the lead. I got to talk about that. I don't know if you heard about this. King Broly says, I don't recall them saying a year. Wait, what's the price? I don't know what the price is. What's the price? Did I say the price? They didn't say the price. I don't know. Let's go look. Let's find out together, because we got to make sure we're mad about something. Hollow Knight Silksong. We'll go Steam. They got prices. Hollow Knight Silksong on Steam. What's the price? Doesn't say price. Uh-oh, it's going to be $80.
Really?
No.
Got
Oh.
me.
Man, the second most searched thing
Enough?
is price.
Maybe they didn't release the price.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing my due diligence here. When does Hollow Knight release? Nope. How long? Nope. Who developed? Nope.
Is it
Nope.
possible that they didn't put
How
out...
much does Silksong cost? Hollow Knight Silksong does not have an official price yet. One of these goddamn articles.
Wait, but people backed it. They're getting it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're not even putting out a price because they're like, these people are getting what they paid for first. And then we'll put
The
out
original
that
Hollow Knight cost $15.
Too
This
expensive.
outlet, which I'm not going to say their name, says it's unlikely the game will go higher than 30. I would agree with that assessment, but I would say in between $15 and $30, you will have your Silksong. I would probably guess 20, maybe 25. I don't know, but you got a date, people. Now you know when it's coming out. Also,
Baffinata.
if you are a European and you have a Switch
Dude's European
and you're a Switch
or
Online,
him's European.
I don't think him's a peeing. Based on what's been going on this podcast. Switch Online, if you're a Switch Online member in Europe, you got a new Switch Online free game trial. Not my words, Nintendo's words. Remember, you're a Switch Online subscriber. You get to play something in its entirety at no additional cost. From now until August 28th, you can play Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. That is the full game, beginning to end. You can play the whole thing, and your save data will transfer over if you don't finish the game in that amount of time and you end up buying the game afterwards. So you can start off for free, pay for the game after the trial ends, and continue wherever you left off. They're obviously doing this because the new Monster Hunter story game got announced for Switch 2, which is coming out next year. So play the sequel and get ready for the threequel. No similar offer in North America at this time. So that usually means Europeans weren't getting down with this game, and Capcom and Nintendo want them to get down with it. So they're going to let you play the sequel for free for now. Mom Brain, sorry to interrupt.
Hold on. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. North America, it is release time, and I'm ready to release these games.
Okay. 29 and 30.
Mom Brain is still crocheting. She does not care about you or
30,
the
30,
podcast.
30.
And crocheting and crocheting. Doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Thank you, Mom Brain. What do we get this week? Let me tell you, Mom Brain, you know what's at the top of the list right here? Herdling.
Oh, yeah.
The game about taking a bunch of, yak-like creatures up through a mountain and getting them to safety. It looks very interesting, and it looks like it'd be very sad. Also, Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. That is the Switch version of the game. There is no Switch 2 version, but you can play the Switch version on your Switch 2. Antarctica 88 Remaster. Around the World Puzzle. Around the World. Oh, I got something to tell you about Daft Punk related. Autumn Isle. Boned Again Survivors.
Heyo!
Burger Shot. Car Racing and Driving Bundle. Drag Racing, Highway Racer, Drift Japan, and Toon Cars. So 4 games in that bundle. Cypher, Trivia, City of Springs, Cozy Kingdom, Dragon Detective, A Friend from the Shadows. The PC 8801 Mark II version of Diable de la Place. Get to Work Simulator, Grit and Valor 1949, Heart of Ice by Dave Morris, Heist Geist, not related to Geist on the GameCube. Maybe that will come to the Switch Online service. Fingers not crossed for that. Nightica, Lost in Loss, Mech Crisis, Picture the Difference 2, Poolside Girls Kiss, Passion Fruits Hotel Dating Sim, Quizasana, Kizasana? Who knows? Recycling Center Simulator.
Quizasana squash a banana.
Bafanada.
Resting Island. Road Warden. Road Warden looks very interesting to me.
Sequel to Road Warrior.
I don't know. No. The answer is no, but I don't know for sure. SF3RA. No idea how I'm supposed to say that. Cifra?
Saphira.
San Francisco 3. Right on. Right.
Rock around.
Rock around.
Silky Winds. The Cursed Frog. The Echo. The Long Desert Drive.
I hate to cut you. I've been letting loose some silky winds.
We know.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can tell. From the mouth and other parts.
The cursed fog is what I've been letting. Oh, frog. Never mind. That didn't work out as well.
There's no cake. By the way,
I've heard some bullfrogs
you remember
in this room.
Remember the Cake Farts girl? Yeah. She just celebrated the 20th anniversary of that by redoing the video. Trippy Trader, Schedule and Sell, and finally Vlad Circus, Curse of Asmodeus. Human Fart says, enough of this. Give me some sweet, sweet Nicky releases. I agree.
That's stressful.
Now I will
That's a lot of
release.
pressure. See you later.
Good luck.
Josh, we need you, buddy. Josh, come to us. He's out of practice.
Follow the
What are
sound
the
of my
next
voice.
European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thank you, Joshua. These are the European eShop releases for the week of August 21st, the year of our Lord 2025. We are almost to the end of August. Summer is essentially over. Sorry, folks. Well, only the school type folks, because everyone else, I guess, has been still doing their thing. Let's get into this though, because August 21st, it's a big week. Maybe. 1989, after the war. I don't think this has anything to do with Taylor Swift. Antarctica 88 remaster. Around the World Puzzle. Bendy Lone Wolf. Boned Again. Survivors. Am I inebriated? Boned Again. It doesn't really work. Nobody knows what we're talking about. Bunkers 1944 FPS. What is that? First person shooter? Fart Pea Shovel. Yeah, probably that one. Burger Shot. Camp Life. Wilderness Survival. Year of our Lord 2025. Cats in Cozy Rooms. Cypher Trivia. Sifio? Is that how it's called? Pronounce it. Pronounce it. City of Springs. Boy, getting around there. Core.sys, so core system perhaps. Demons Are Coming. The Demons Are Coming. That's a game. Don't worry. I'm not proclaiming anything. It's just that's a game called Demons Are Coming. Discounty.
The demons are coming.
Yeah. Biba Booba.
And they had K-pop Demon Hunters
I was gonna
back
say,
then.
Get Huntrix in on it.
Discounty.
Discounting, yeah.
Discounty. Dat County.
Here's a little secret about Discounting. I probably shouldn't tell you, but I will. They wanted to give me a whole big thing of like a reveal and a big deal and everything, and I got it all set up. And then the day before, they were like, "Oh, we decided we don't want it."
Oh man, I'm sorry. Dragon Detective, A Friend from the Shadows. The PC 8801 Mark II SR version of the Egg console game Diable de la Place? La Place? La Place? La Place. Diable la Place. Look it up. Get to Work Simulator. Ghost of Time? Should that be Ghost of Time?
It was the best of times.
No.
It was the Ghost of times. You stupid monkey.
That's what it is.
All right, Ghost of Time. Or is it Jost? Maybe Jost of Time. Grit and Valor, or perhaps Drit and Valor, 1949.
This is getting good.
Go back
now.
to the
This is
bathroom,
just
then.
getting interesting.
Heart of Ice by Dave Morris. Heistgeist.
Oh, I thought he was gonna.
What? Heistgeist?
Oh,
Hurdling. Hoppin' Marty. It's not Jumping Marty.
Hurdling's
It's,
coming
I
out
guess
already?
Hop is the name of a character,
Wow.
and
wow.
Marty is another. Ooh, something happened. Nightica. Korean Drone Flying Tour.
Oh, I hope this one is takes you to Bawi.
Oh well, I think it does because
Oh!
that might be what that name is. I just can't
Oh my
pronounce
God.
it.
Wow.
That's the region we've been waiting for.
Bawi.
Mad Skills BMX 2 off. I think that's a game about bugs and bug spray, right?
Off.
Off is that crazy
Nope.
RPG that I haven't started yet. That was the inspiration for Undertale, and Toby Fox helped bring this back
Oh,
to modern day systems.
Oh,
And
it's
he
like an
redid the
old
soundtrack.
game.
Not
Just-
old, but it was like a very
Wow.
Very French.
lesser known indie game, and it inspired. Toby Fox says, "If you play off, you'll see how much of a hack I am."
How much
Which is like-
better Undertale
Is Toby
than this.
Fox related to Michael J?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
No, but I don't know.
Nepo
For sure.
baby. Kidding, Toby. Mr. Fox. Peachy Derby. Picture the difference too. Poolside boys kiss.
Yeah,
Oh, so
Okay. Europe
so
gets the
Europe
boys.
gets the boys.
Europe knows what's up.
Passion Fruits Hotel dating sim. So US gets the girls. Poolside boys is coming. Poolside boys kiss is coming to Europe. Quisisana.
Poolside boys.
Replay. Is that regarding play or
Regarding Henry the Game,
okay?
starring Harrison Ford, because Crystal Skull did so well.
Resting Island. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. Summer Games Challenge Swimming. Summer's almost over, man.
I was gonna say
Just
we got like
nice.
another 30 days.
30.
Yes, yes.
Shit.
Summer ends on the 26th of
Yes.
September, I believe.
Okay.
Yes,
And it's
actually.
the 23rd today.
Tetro Mosaic Racy Automata or Rack Y Automat A. I don't know. Theco, Thecho. What are these words? The Kirst Frog.
Oh, that's a normal word.
There's no cake. I don't want none. I don't want this game. Tiny Racing and Tokyo Racer X. We got there.
Is there a comment?
There is a comment from Autumnal Blake.
It's a great comment.
Good to finally see some boys in the hentai department.
Thank you for being the correspondent to bring us that information, Nicky Hill.
That's the Poolside
As
Boys,
only
right?
You can. That's the Poolside Boys, and they kiss I hear.
Boys.
Poolside Boys. I'm interested. Poolside Boys kiss. I'm there.
Man, you even highlighted Disc County in the thumbnail.
I did not put that post together,
Oh,
but you know what? Let me go look because I can tell you right where that thumbnail comes from. Let's find out together. That's the official thumbnail that Nintendo put out for their European press release this week. So Nintendo thought it was a big title to point out. I mean, it's not my kind of game, but it does look interesting. And I was excited to spread the word. And I still spread the word on it. It just didn't go as was planned for months. But anyway,
months.
Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Remember,
We're going to have to actually take a break.
remember 30 single.
Remember 30 single? How about I just write it down?
Sure, thank you.
Play?
I have, in fact, been playing a game.
30 single.
Thank
It's
you.
written down.
Excuse me. I've been playing Undertale.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Or
need
has
to
it been
stress this.
playing you?
I need to stress this. I did not prompt this. She did it of her own accord.
I decided to start on Ramid's birthday. I thought that might be a
Hmm.
nice little tribute
That is nice.
to him.
So all that ribbing of you not having played it yet last week on the podcast, that wasn't you saying that? You weren't you giving her a little jab about playing Undertale?
You were asking about it. Yes.
I don't even remember, probably.
Yeah, you were asking about it.
Okay.
Plays
So
the fifth.
Interesting.
No, I mean, there's audio. We could go back and listen. I don't remember.
yeah, you were like, do you think you're gonna start playing it? What are the likelihood that you're gonna play it?
Oh, yes. I remember this now.
So I started playing. And so far, I think I've put in like just a little over 2 hours altogether since your birthday. And I have enjoyed it quite a bit. there's definitely like a comfortable feel to the game, which I enjoy. And so far the music has been good, and I haven't really encountered anything that I have been like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Like, I don't think this is for me.
You can say like specifically where you are. We're 10 years out after the game.
Oh well, I just went on a date with Papyrus.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Spoiler alert. Kidding.
But sadly, Papyrus, who made me like oak barrel aged spaghetti or something like that.
Mhm.
And sadly, Papyrus was like, I don't really like you like that. And I was like, oh, okay. After I was like in your bedroom, like, where is this going? So, I've made some choices. I gotta be honest. In the beginning, Toriel gave me like weird vibes. I was like, I don't think I'm not supposed to hang out with grown-ups like this, and you're a child snatcher, I think. So if that tells you anything about the decisions I made in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was like, no, do not keep me here.
I mean, it's fair to think, don't keep me here, but then like to be like, you should die.
But I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like you should die. I felt like I have to get away. I have to go home. And it was not my intent.
And it's so early in the game, you don't really know what you can do yet. So like I had no idea what I could do, which was like, I don't know. I got off on the wrong foot from the very beginning with that
that's
game.
That's how the vast majority of people, like I killed her too.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So far I'm interested. So far the gameplay has been manageable for me. Although I do get a little anxious. I don't love it when you have to like, thread the needle in games, where you're like, but it's been fun and funny, and it feels comfortable and like accessible. And the sense of humor I enjoy. It's like silly, but not in a dumb way. It's just like wholesome, silly kind of. So far it's been great. I'm really enjoying it. And I don't know. I mean, how long should I expect to take to play
First playthrough? Probably around 7 hours, somewhere like that.
Yeah. So
you gotta get to work.
Yeah.
School's you're about to go back to work.
Look, I got an office now. I'm gonna sit and play in my office
and play. Yeah.
That is not what I will do. Maybe on my lunch break though. So far so good. No complaints, and I'm glad I'm playing. Thanks for listening.
That's great. Thanks for sharing.
Good luck. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Nicky Hill, what have you been playing?
Zero. Nothing. What do I do? I played a little bit of something.
Zero. Nothing. I played a little bit of something.
Very little bit of Solitaire and 50 other games or whatever that is. Sea House G's and a little bit of Tetris today. But that's all I've been. Deux, what have you been playing?
Ooh. So last week I've been playing Animal Crossing as usual, New Horizons, but last week I fell asleep one night on the couch at like really early. It was like 8 p.m. or something. And I slept until I want to say like 3 a.m. And I woke up on the couch at 3 a.m. and I was all groggy, but like I was, that was a pretty good nap. So I didn't like feel like going directly to bed. So it was 3 a.m. I was like in a zombie-like state, trance kind of, and I decided to put on Animal Crossing New Horizons because there's a bunch of critters and whatnot that I've been trying to get after hours, and I haven't really been playing after hours, to be honest, and I only have like the rest of this month to do so. So I started playing at like 3 a.m. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get this. Anyone who's been listening to the podcast might know that I've been after this vampire squid that's been in the ocean. I started playing at 3 a.m. Literally the first 5 minutes of playing, I got this vampire squid. So
that's how it's done.
It was great. And then I walked. So that was all the undersea creatures. And then I walked around the island, and there were like so many cicadas that only come out in the evening, like early morning. So I got a couple of cicadas. I got a golden dung beetle or something like that. I got all kind like I think I unlocked like 4 or 5 new insects. So the insects are almost done. And then the following morning, I just I noticed that I had only one more fish to get, and I Googled it and found out where it was, and it was something that needs to be in a pond. And I was like, I never go pond fishing anymore. So I got some fish bait, and I went over to a pond, and at the right time, very first fish I pulled out was the last fish. So
it was a banner
So
fishing
that-
expedition.
so that means that I got the golden fishing rod blueprint. So I have gold fishing rod now, and there's only a handful of insects left, probably 5, maybe 6. And then once I do that, then I've got all the creatures and critters.
Oh,
So
we better start crossbreeding soon.
Time to start waking up at 3 a.m.
yeah, right. Time to start going to bed at 8 p.m.
That's right.
I like that.
So that was my excitement with that. It was the bug off today.
Bug off.
So I bugged off for a bit. And Fortnite, we haven't really been playing Fortnite. We have played in the past 2 weeks, but
Some
yeah.
people are going to bed at 8 o'clock.
this
So.
this
Well, like I said to you, you've had a particularly busy / trying week. So
there's that, and there's also that every single person in our friend group has stopped communicating and inviting people to Fortnite. So
Are they still playing? Just not.
I don't think so. I bet you 2 people are still playing.
Yeah.
But I bet you everybody else is sitting there waiting for their friends to reach out to them because they're sick and tired of being the ones to reach out all the time.
Well, I mean, we don't have to guess. I could tell you what I'm doing. I didn't message at all this week because there were 2 days where I had to cover things. And then on top of that, I was like, Deux is probably spent mentally and physically because of the stuff he's going through. So I'm not even going to bother
Very sweet
him.
of you to say that.
I really honestly thought that's what it was.
I know you do.
I figured you were like,
that's what
dead.
makes you a great person. And no, you trying to be a great person makes me mad because it's like I wish you invited me to play, and I don't have family that plays after hours.
They've hardly been
that's
playing.
just
Too.
jealousy.
They're going on vacation.
So what you're saying is you made up his mind for him by not inviting him.
No, I was
Yeah, exactly. How dare
no,
you.
because it's not, if I could just be
No,
like,
that's very sweet.
if it could just be me and him, it'd be a different situation. But I don't want to air out dirty laundry. But there's other factors that come into play, and I'm like, he's not going to want to put up with that too. So I don't.
No, it's
I did what I did.
it's all good. That's sweet of you to think of me in that respect. And I was very, very anxious, and I totally could have reached out any of those days and asked people to play. I was just, I don't know. I don't know. This season's really fun, and it's still fun to play with you
Let's
guys,
put
but
it
I
this
just
way.
haven't been
I
like,
got a backlog of videos I'm waiting to use. So I'll now that I know how you feel, I'll start putting them out there to do some
Nice.
invites.
yeah, no,
I've been clipping stuff, and I'm like, man, now nobody's even saying anything this week.
I mean, obviously, I'm mostly teasing. Everything's fine, and like, I don't want to pressure you into
It's
anything.
fine.
But yeah, I had a stressful week, so it's fine that I didn't play. But I think the Roly Poly might be out, and if not,
oh,
it's coming
really?
soon.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, so I'd like to try that out. We have to get back into
Is
it.
that code for something?
No, that's what it's really called.
yeah,
And that is a fair question, but no, that's what
yeah.
it's called.
Usually we are speaking in Fortnite code.
Yeah, that's one of the few things in Fortnite that's got a name where I'm like, that's the name.
I'm waiting to hear about this other game you played.
Yeah. So I'm all finished finally with Tales of the Shire. I was playing just to like level up all my relationships with all my fellow hobbits in town, and I did all that, and then I was trying to get all the fancy special items for my house that they give you. So I was still inviting them to dinner and growing stuff in my garden, and I leveled up all 4 of my hobbit clubs. So I'm like the ultimate hobbit right now, and I guess because I felt that way, I got complacent with the saving, because if you don't save manually, you could really screw yourself, because the game, if you read my review, you know that the game crashes
That's what I just
a lot. So
Where is the review? It shouldn't be under category reviews.
I
it's
would
from a
guess
couple of
yes.
weeks ago now, but yeah, I'm happy. Read my review if you want to know what I thought, or if you didn't know what I thought. I personally liked the game overall, but there were a lot of frustrations with it. And there was one at the very end. I thought I was, like I said, the ultimate hobbit, and my game crashed on me again. And I was like, you know what? I've done all I'm gonna do with this game. I after 60 hours, I still haven't learned my lesson of saving. So I gave up because I was kind of frustrated. But it wasn't really a give up because, like I said, I had leveled up so much stuff, and I was really happy with most of the experience. And yeah, it's a shame it didn't. It's a shame it wasn't ready, and it's a shame that
Refresh, Nicky Hill.
we
It's there
probably
now.
won't be seeing anything else from that developer. Which is,
Yeah,
just sad.
it's
Like-
not looking good.
like
for them.
not even updates to the game. I don't think. Which
no, they did put something out saying they were working on stuff.
yeah?
Whether it actually comes out.
well, that would be
is another
helpful. I
story.
mean, because there's something there. There's something there for a very particular person.
I feel as though, and I don't want to assume, but I feel as though it does say something about the game if someone as like expertly aware of that world, if you can enjoy it despite the bad gameplay, then it must do justice to
It definitely does.
right, like it,
It
because I
does.
feel like you'd be the first to know. Like I would.
It does a lot of justice for Professor Tolkien's work with stuff that you read about only. It's not in the movies, and that
Probably why a lot of people don't like it, because they're like,
they might not even know about it.
Yeah.
And they, the movies are so dark and cool and have like a huge evil, like Sauron, for God's sake. Like there's no enemies in this game other than old Sandyman, the Miller, real jerk, but became level 10 friends with him anyway.
Wait.
congrats.
What was
Thank
the
you,
name?
thank you.
Fatty
Bulger.
Bulger.
Fatty Bulger. I was Andwise Bulger, a member of the Bulger clan. But anyways, yeah, so like a lot to enjoy for like an uber nerd of the books, but yeah, it's not perfect. Anywho, played a lot more of UFO 50. That's where most of my time has been going. I don't believe, because I was not here last week, I don't believe I got to mention that I cherried Party House, which is not too shabby.
What does that mean?
That means you get five random streaks in a row. So I won 5 random games in a row. You saw me win 3, which was pretty impressive, I must say. But yeah, so that game, I mean, I still play it, even though I've done, like, Cherry is basically officially more or less you've done almost everything in most of the games. And yeah, I still pop in and play like I would Balatro or something, because it's that kind of fun, and you could just play it and play it and play it. And every time you start a new random game, it's fun to see what characters they throw together, because you never know. Like sometimes you get people that don't give you any money, and you've got to buy a bunch of rich pals and hope they show up. Or, sometimes you don't get hippies or cute dogs, and like, how do you?
what a bummer.
Yeah, and like, how are you supposed
How
to?
am I supposed to have a party without hippies or cute dogs?
Well, how are you
You
supposed
okay?
to counteract the troublemakers? So then you have to maybe get some pro wrestlers in there to throw out some troublemakers to keep them on their toes. So it's like it's a lot of fun, and it's so silly, really, really great. So big fan of Party House. I also beat and cherried Waldorf's Journey, which I absolutely loved. And that game, I started playing that game, and I started texting you about it, because I was like, have you played the game where you're the walrus that's dreaming he's jumping real far? And you were like, yes. And you were like, do you like it? And I was like, I don't know yet if I like it. But that was like 30 minutes in, and I kept playing. Like, it just is so fun. And like, basically you jump from platform to platform as this walrus, but your jump is based on how long you hold the button for. So you just get a feel for and it's so satisfying once you start getting good at like measuring how long to make the jumps. You just feel like the greatest walrus ever. And
that's all we ever want.
it's just so, and it's simple yet you know, there's something to it.
Yeah.
And when I got to there's like a strange mystery to it as
Mhm.
well, and the music is like
Music's
it's
great.
like if Vangelis from Blade Runner 1982 made a song for one NES game. Like the song is amazing.
Yeah.
And it just fits perfectly with this game that's just so strange. Like I said, you're a dreaming walrus. You're like when you quote die, you wake up amongst other sleeping walruses, and it's like go back to sleep, and you go back
Yep.
to sleep and play again.
It's great.
It's so great. So that was a lot of fun. And I've been really doing UFO 50 here. Pin golf I was going to mention because I finally won a game of pin golf. Like got
Hey.
first place, which was a
Good
huge
for
deal for
you.
me. So
Another game with a great song.
yeah, yeah. And there's a couple of good songs. Like
Yeah. I also like the stages where it's like you get no music. You
yeah,
get ambient noise.
out of nowhere that
Yeah.
happens sometimes too. And like I find it funny that you get to choose between 5 robots, and it's like Buzz, Red, somebody, and Albert.
I was just thinking the same thing because my
Yeah.
parents were picking through and I never really looked, and I was like, why is he named
Yeah,
Albert?
I always have to pick Albert, but yeah, so it's really cool, and it like took me a long time to realize that you could spike the ball after doing it. I had no idea. I pressed the button by mistake once.
Like I said earlier, I had no idea. I found out today from you.
And it kind of like opens up the game in so many ways, because there were a lot of holes where you're just like, how are you supposed to even get to par, like close to par? Well, I mean, you could still do it with most of the holes, but
it's
like
tough. You could do it, but yeah, there's definitely instances where you're like,
and I can't tell you how it's such a double-edged sword, the spiking, because you could, if you do it at the wrong time, you could screw yourself and it'll shoot backwards or something. You know, so it adds like a fun layer to the golfingness of it. I also beat Hyper Contender. That's the one that I was having some trouble with last week. Hyper Contender is cool. It's like a grudge match where you pick a character and then you have to collect 5 rings while fighting the other character one-on-one. And each character, there's like 7 or 8 characters, and each one has a different attack and a different like mobility. And
how about that weird ass elevator guy, whatever you call it, the guy that moves around in the box?
I haven't tried him as like to play as him, but he's one of those characters that's like, he's challenging, but I'm like, I would never be as good if I were him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's no way I could do that. So yeah, there's one character that I like. I forget her name. She's the first character on the list. She throws a knife that ricochets, and she can double jump, and she is the best mobility that I've found.
That's what I played as.
And like, I got pretty good at the ricochet, like kind of timing a ricochet when that can help me out. So I was doing pretty good with that character. And there's also an alternate game mode where you pick 3 characters and you see who can win 5 games. And yeah, that's a fun game. I thought it was, I think it's really good. So Hyper Contender was really good. And the last one that I'll talk about, I've been messing around in a few of them. I'm not like you, RMC, where I can concentrate on one game at a time. And that's stopping me from really getting a lot out of all the games at once. But yeah, I've been putting a lot of time into this game called Porgy. Have you tried Porgy, where you're like a submarine?
Yes, I played that one for a long time.
Yeah.
Where you're leveling up, like it's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah, kind of. I like it. It starts out really, really slow because you don't have a lot of fuel. But as you play, you pick up fuel containers and bring them back to your base, and then you get extra,
Again,
fuel. And
another great game in that collection. Yeah, I like that one.
it's really, really good. I played it for over an hour or so. I'm doing pretty well.
When I was originally playing through the games, I ended up playing that one for a pretty long time.
Yeah, it's cool, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's fun. It feels like it's got like an Echo the Dolphin type feel
I
to
was
it because there's
saying-
like
I was thinking that right now.
because there's like enemy sharks and like there's like bosses kind of in the water, and it's one of those games that's like pretty frustrating at first because you start out with almost nothing and you don't really know what to do, and like fighting enemies isn't really valid in the very beginning. But once you start leveling stuff up, you kind of get addicted to it, and you're like, oh, like now I can get a little bit further because my fuel's lit, and you
That's
start
why I kept
discovering
playing it longer. Yeah, because you're like, oh well, I can, because you're going out places and you're like, I wish I could get down there, but I don't have enough fuel to get down there. And then you get another tank, and you're like, oh well, next time I go out, now I can go down there and see
Right.
what's down there. Yeah, and then you see an enemy, and you're like, no, I can't. I don't have the things for this.
I started. I wasn't doing this at first, but I started in the menu of all the games, like reading the descriptions of them and all like the fun little thing, because each game has like a fake history, like write up about it and stuff, and it's really great. And one of my favorite bits is it like marks how long you've played the game for, and like sometimes what things you still need to get, and like I said, I played Porgy for over an hour, and I was like, I got to be getting done soon. I've got so many things, and it was like I've had nothing. I'm still in like the first fifth of the game, and I was like, I think this game's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
So
That's eventually why I moved on. I was like, I definitely want to come back to this, but it seems like this is a sizable game.
Yeah, it's there. You know, most of the games I've played are fun. I might not have put a lot of time into a bunch of them, but I can see coming back to them and sinking a lot of time into a bunch of them. There's only been a handful where I've been like, I don't know if I'm ever coming back to this one. Like, and there are a few that are like that. And I want to say it goes further than me just being due. I think it like, I don't want to say that. That doesn't make any sense. Everyone can like whatever
I
games
mean,
they
there's going
like.
to be certain genres that just don't
But
click
there's
for you.
some that do not click.
Like, I can't ever see you playing, what's it? Barbuda?
Barbuda's very difficult.
Because Barbuda's my jam. I love Barbuda. And I see
Barbuda-
that one driving you absolutely insane.
Barbuda is it was frustrating because it's the first game, and the very first thing that happens is you can walk left or right. Which way are you going to walk?
Right.
Thank
Right,
you.
yeah.
And you get
Yes.
killed immediately for doing that.
Ready
And it's
Player
like,
One.
yeah, and it's like, okay, I hate this. But
But when after you respawned or restarted, which direction did you walk?
I went right again, but that's because the trap was already I had to
Trap is
know.
sprung. Yeah, you got to know what's over there.
But
now.
like, yeah, it's I don't know. I have to go back and maybe try it again. But like, you're right. That one did frustrate me quite a bit. So, but yeah, there's a bunch that I could really talk about. I mean, and what's great about some of them is that they're genres that I would have never liked before. Like there's one that I talked with you about briefly, RMC. Forget what it was called. Not Grimstone. Forget what it was called, but it's the
one?
corridor. You're in like a corridor crawler,
I
and like
also don't remember the name of that.
and yeah, it looks a little drab, and it can kind of give you a headache because of the type of corridor crawler it is, or whatever it's called. But like the
Sounds like a
fighting in it,
blast.
but the fighting in it is actually really engaging and really fun. And but yeah, I've been having a heck of a time trying to find out where to go in that game. That's the only problem for me. But yeah,
Grimstone? Is it Grimstone?
no, Grimstone is like that RPG Western, which I had a heck of a time.
Yes.
It took me, that's one of my most played games, Grimstone, and it's only because I had to play the beginning 3 or 4 different times because I didn't realize, because you start out in a burning saloon and you have to like save a
Yes.
party, and there's like 8 people, but you can only save 4, and they don't really tell you that. So like I picked just the first 4 people, and then it was like, here's your party for the rest of the game, huge RPG, and I was like, I don't know about this, and then so I did it like 4 or 5 different times, and everyone on the internet said don't take the dog, but I mean, how do you not take the dog? So then I stopped playing it because it was too stressful. But yeah, I'm really loving UFO 50. I love it for so many reasons. And I just love
Valbrace?
that's exactly
There
it,
you go.
Valbris. but yeah, it's just the feel of it, what they did with it, like that fake games with fake histories, but it feels so real, and they're all so great, and it's so interesting, and I just love it. I just love
an
it.
amazing package.
So I've been really happy with my purchase and playing that, and there's still a few games that I haven't even dusted off, so I don't know what they're like.
Your new favorite could be waiting.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. So I've wanted to go back to Night Manor because it's just the best, but I don't want to overdo it. And I also love that you can go to the bottom. There's not only is there a gold victory for each game and a cherry victory for each game, but there's like a gift that you can get for each game, and it puts it on this separate screen where you have a house with like all the trinkets that you've collected from the games. And it's just like, it's a silly thing that means nothing, but
and remember, there's also all these secret games that are in there.
Well, and yeah, there's that too, which I haven't been paying attention to the credits like I told you I would, son of a gun. But yeah, so it's I don't know, it's great. Been having a lot of fun. So thanks for listening to all that. RMC, what have you been playing?
Thanks for asking. Well, I've also been playing UFO 50. I played pin golf with my parents this week. I also played Val Brace. But we've talked about UFO 50. I don't need to get into much more about it. You've heard. I can tell you, my mom I knew what one she'd be a big fan of, and I was right. She's playing Block Koala a lot, which I also really like, but I can only do like 2 or 3 puzzles at most because they take a while. And when you get them locked, it's like any other puzzle game I play. If it's a puzzle game where the puzzles are interesting, I really like it. And like 2 or 3 puzzles can take you like 40 minutes to an hour, and then I'm like, okay, my brain is at its limit. Like I need a break after this. So I love Block Koala, but I play my 2 or 3 puzzles and I'm like, okay, I need something a little stupider now. My mom was also playing Camouflage, which is one that I really like too.
That
it's the
cool.
little chameleon guy that goes around and you have to make sure you have the right terrain or colors to sneak past enemies. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll just leave. I'll leave UFO 50 at that because I've talked about it a lot. I'll talk about what I couldn't talk about last week. Shantae. No surprise there. I am playing Shantae. Oh, I thought you were saying something. I'm playing Shantae Advance. I have the Switch version. I missed out on the GBA version, but that's okay. Maybe someday I'll get to add it. Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. And as a scholar of the Shantae games, it certainly does feel like a Shantae game that would have come out after the original Shantae, because they, Shantae can do new things in this game, but they're not new for Shantae now because, this game was originally in the works for the GBA. So ideas that were left on the cutting room floor of the canceled GBA game got factored into other games like Shantae, whatever it was, on DSiWare, and so on and so forth. And you can read more about that in our interview with Wayforward. But I am really liking it. I still wish, and I know this is me, I still wish they would go back to when you had to put inputs in to make Shantae dance. And I know people were too frustrated with that, but I really liked that. It's like an Ocarina of Time. There's no you got to play the song. You play the song and the thing happens. So I want that in Shantae. You got to do the dance and the transformation.
You want to see
happens.
Shantae dance.
I like doing the dance, but
you like watching Shantae dance.
Here's what I do like. In this game, when you
He
hold
likes making her dance.
So you hold the dance button and all you do is
control you, Shantae.
Did you find Shantae's dance button? Were you successful in finding it?
I've never found a dance button.
I beg to differ.
I'll take it. When you hold the dance button in Shantae Advance, she will go into the old dances that she did in the first game, but they pop up randomly. So she has like the hip shake or like the belly dance or whatever. So whenever you go and hit the button to do a transformation, she's going to do one of the 4 random dances. So I do like that some of the DNA is left over from the original game. I appreciate that. And as all
that
of
not
you probably
innuendo?
know, when I play games and I like the song, I usually make the character dance at some point. Now I actually have a dance button, so it's not just duck, duck, duck to the song. Now I can, so like there's songs where it hits a certain spot where I hit the dance button and she'll like go
Where the
into one of the
unicorns
dance
growl.
moves, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. So that scratches a really stupid part of my brain. But the it seems like more of a bite-sized Metroidvania than it is a full-fledged Metroidvania, where the first game was a full-on Metroidvania. Subsequent Shantae games have been a mix of both. They've had just flat-out Metroidvanias or bite-sized, where it's like, here's this chunk of this map that it's all like you're going to spend. Like this chunk of the map isn't connected to other chunks of the map, but within this chunk, it's a little mini Metroidvania. It seems like that's what Shantae Advance is like so far. I played all the way up through the first boss fight and completed that. I got spoiler alert. I got transformations, which are a big part of Shantae games, and their classic transformations. I got the monkey and I got the crab. So the crab can go to the bottom of the ocean and walk around. And the monkey can climb things and is smaller than Shantae, so it can fit in spaces Shantae can't. And all the classic Shantae stuff is there. You buy hair tonic to whip your hair faster to do more damage, and all that stuff. It's got some funny jokes in it, as all the Shantae games do. There was a joke that was like, it happens in Shantae games, but there was a joke, I can't remember, but it was like very risque to a point where I was surprised that they made it. Like, it wasn't blatant, but if you knew what they were talking about, I was like, oh my God, but I can't remember what it was. Of course, it was early on too. But it's something about Roddy Tops. Because in this game, Roddy Tops and I don't remember the bird girl's name.
Toddy Rops?
Sky or something?
I think it's Sky. They are not friends. They become friends later on, but you just see them as friends later on. In this game, you find out how they become friends. So Sky, Roddy Tops is cool with Sky. Oh, I didn't even want to spoil a joke, but it is about Roddy Tops, and it's about Roddy Tops being a zombie. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah, they're mad at each other, so you see how they become friends. But yeah, it's a Metroidvania. It controls great. It's fun. The music's great. I like the dungeon design. It's all the reasons why I like Shantae. Everything's there. So I'm really enjoying it. And what are you looking at here?
Sky. What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on Switch.
Pants on or off?
My pants?
Yeah.
On all the time because I'm cold. True answer. With a blanket on top of me for privacy.
So he's so cold. Parts of him are frozen rock solid.
I'm cold because a blanket won't stay down on top of me. So yeah, I'm playing that and I'm loving it, and it's great.
All the blood. I'm so cold because all the blood is rushed to one spot.
And
This
The
guy.
pepperoni's on my pizza blanket.
this is a rising crust.
For the record, he does have a blanket. It's a circle, and
This is
it,
all
it
true.
looks like
Yeah,
a pizza.
it's a pizza
so.
blanket, and I have 2 of them. But yes, I'm really liking the Shantae game, and I've played through to the first
Check
boss.
out this cheese pull, brain.
I played through the first boss in one sitting because I was really enjoying the game, and then I'll go back to it this week. And I don't want to, with Shantae games, I try and savor them because they don't come out too often. And I think it's really special that this is a Shantae game we thought we'd
So you're
never get
edging
to
this
play.
game.
I'm edging Shantae, yes. So I'm really enjoying it, and it's great. And I know Wayforward listens to this podcast, so enjoy that discussion. Moving on. I also played more Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have officially cleared out the forest stage.
Spoiler alert.
Which is the one with the ostrich. And it is the first one where I got 100% of the bananas organically on the way through. Like, usually I'll go through to, like, the boss fight, and then it ends and you go down to the next official layer. And that's when I'll open up my list and be like, oh, I missed banana 38, banana 42, and I have to go wander around and try and find them. This time I got every single one of them by the end. I was like, holy crap. Like, this time, I don't know. I was like, let me laser focus. I'm going to really explore every area and try and find every banana. And I did this time. It worked out. The only one I didn't get was the guy who's like, I'll give you a banana for breaking like 30,000 meters worth of vines.
Oh, yeah.
So I couldn't, I got to get to the end of the stage before that happens. And then it worked out.
Are you getting everything? So like all the shells too, or the
no
fossils?
shells? No fossils. I'll pick them up along the way, but no.
So
I'm
you're
just
not
going for
buying any
bananas.
new outfits? No new outfits.
I pick up enough fossils along the way to get new outfits. Yeah.
You change?
Yeah.
All right.
Cause I got to be honest. Like you go to the winter level, the snow level, and like they're both shivering, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad. So I bought them the stuff there, and then we go to the
They still
forest, and
shiver,
I'm like,
but yeah.
what?
Don't they still shiver with the clothes on, with the warm clothes on?
I didn't think so.
Oh, maybe they don't.
And then I got to the forest, and I'm like, well, I'm overdressed for the
Yeah,
forest. This
see?
doesn't make any sense. So.
Now you know. Now you know what rat hatting is
but
like.
you can level them up and get different versions. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we don't
But
need
like the fossils, yes, I'll pick them up as I go along. I smack the ground. If I see them, I'll go for them. And the bigger fossils, love the bigger fossils as a Donkey Kong fan because there's lots of fan service, not naked fan service, just Donkey Kong fan service. So I've seen references to characters and other things throughout the series. I got one yesterday where I was like, oh, that's great that's in here.
You see, I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the lore.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be to enjoy the
so
game.
the spoiler that you found out, is that like a big deal for people who don't really know?
I don't know exactly
I'm going to talk to you afterwards because there's something I want to
exactly how
ask.
it plays out in the game, this thing. But I would imagine it would be surprising to those who don't know. But for those who do know, I've seen little bits and pieces that have made me think it, but to see it actually happen would be. There's a whole history that goes into it that I can't talk about. But anyway, I did clear out the forest level and forest sublayer. The first sublayer, 601, whatever it is, where you first get down and it's like, here's all the purple garbage, and you got to break the 3 things to stop the goop from coming out.
Whoa.
That song is the forest, all the forest songs are good, but that song is so good to the point where I just sat there and like I had gotten to like the house guy who builds you the house, and like it's playing the DK rap, and I'm like, shut up, and I'm running away so I don't hear the song anymore, and I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at everything, and I just like put the controller down and close my eyes and just listen to the music, and I started tearing up, and I'm like, whoever, I don't know who composed on this game, but for that song they channeled their David Wise Donkey Kong Country. They were like, this is clearly going to be a song in the vein that he would do back in the day, and I was like, they nailed it. It's so good. It's such a great song. But Forest Level in general had all great songs, very atmospheric and fun, and lots of like airy instruments like flutes and stuff. Just loved it. And I really liked the boss fight in that one, which I won't get into, but that was fun. Not challenging, but fun to do. Like I like what you had to do to fight the boss.
Did you? I know you were upset that the bosses haven't been challenging, and they don't really get that much more challenging. But I thought the stages got a little more challenging. Did you find that at all, or not? I guess not really.
I have not died yet, so they're not. I'm not really finding them challenging. I do like the challenge of finding the bananas, though, because a good amount of the bananas are pretty well hidden. Whenever that son of a bitch Blue Rock pops up and he's like, 4 of my friends are missing, I'm like, oh, this asshole. That one got me like bad last night. I found 3 of his friends right away, and I'm like, where is the 4th? I'm like, how am I missing it? And I like punched ground all over the place. It was breaking rock, and I'm like, I know it's close. Like, I know I don't have to climb up here to get it. I'm like, I know this guy's here somewhere. And he was, spoiler alert, disguised as a regular rock, regular colored. So he was right next to a whole bunch of other regular colored stones. I was like, son of a bitch, he was right here.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
So, but other than that, yeah, like I really like hunting out the bananas. I really like the challenge levels that you do. The challenge levels with like in the forest stage where you do like the bouncy blocks to like go through the thing and then like up and over the walls. I really like that one. It's just great. I love the whatever they are, nuts that you throw that make the vines grow out. Like I loved doing
that's
all
awesome.
that.
That's awesome.
Throwing stuff like just to see where it sticks to make stuff grow. Loved it. The forest. I've enjoyed every stage to a really high degree, but forest is my favorite.
And
so
they
far.
keeps kind of evolving too. That was what was cool about it, because I remember getting, playing up until you have to make that decision of which stage to go to.
Yeah.
And I was loving my time with it, but I just thought it was going to be like, I've learned everything and now I play the rest of the game. But like every stage had one little thing, like the vine thing, or the there's still this mythical thing that I want you to freaking see, that it's like either on the next stage or it's coming up soon. Like it's just so great. And then there's a couple of things towards the end where you're just like, how is the system even doing what it's doing? Like the things that there's something in a later stage where you can keep adding to something, and it's just like, what the heck? Like and you're trying to wrap your head around, like it's really awesome.
I've seen so many reactions, thankfully, that didn't spoil it, about like how crazy the end game is and like the stuff that happens. So I'm very excited for that. There was something I was going to say. Because I covered an interview with Nintendo this week. I had I know you hinted at there being some like food level, or at least a level that is very food themed. And Nintendo did an interview about how like they spent a year trying to get the sound right for a watermelon, like literally a year. And then they were like, well, the right watermelons aren't in season. And they were like, what are we going to do? And then like the game ended up getting delayed, and the sound team was like, yes, now we can get ripe watermelons. And they went nuts recording this watermelon sound. It was like, they asked the team, like, what was the hardest part? And the sound guy was like, the watermelon. We recorded sound effects for over a year and we couldn't get the watermelon. So I'm like, okay, there's some like, wow, amazing. I'm sure it's a giant watermelon you punch through or something like that, but I can't wait. I can't wait to see what other foods there are. And he also mentioned a hamburger. So I'm like, God, this level. I'm sure it'll be fun to play, but I'm not going to enjoy the
hamburger sound.
I'm not going to. Hamburgers aren't in season. So
I need a hamburger helper.
Just wait till you talk to that guy that's like, punch through 30,000 meters of hamburger.
So I'll see when I get there. But yes, I'm very much enjoying it. Put in a lot of time with it this week. And I think Shantae, that's all that I played. I'm pretty sure. I want to play that, however you say it, Ooh, from the Electhead developer. That's at the top of my list. I really want to play that. I want to support that guy big time.
Where's that?
It's only on Steam right now. It's a lock for Switch. It'll come to Switch or Switch 2 at some point, without a doubt. But like the president,
first people.
The president. Oh, that's not official. I don't know anything. But come on, Sony. Sony's somebody talked about it last week. He talked about the game on social media to let people know that it's awesome. So I'm like, that's great for this guy. I'm very happy that happened. That's that. Let's do questions. Send your questions to GoNintpod@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
They can be about Nintendo video games in general, or whatever the hell you want. Nico Darunia, all over this podcast. They have this question. Dear podcast crew, in 2017, Mark Rutte, at the time the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, saw raw meat lick Switch cartridges. This is true. I was on a late night show for doing it with the Prime Minister. Lord Palmerston. In 2025, Mark Rutte, now the head of NATO, licks Donald Trump's boots. Did the former event lead to the latter? That's a great. So you're saying this is my fault? I mean, listen. I don't know. You gotta ask him. I can say that was never my intention. I did not lick that Switch game card and think, I can't wait for the Prime Minister of the Netherlands to see this and to be on a late night show about it. So I would say I did it completely unaware of where it would go, but perhaps I need to be more aware.
Well,
of
the
what
Prime Minister of the Netherlands saw that and he's like, oh, okay, that's like a common American greeting. So then he decided
those fat Americans, they eat everything.
So he decided to lick Trump's cankles.
That's it. So I don't want to take blame for it, but I don't know the guy, so I can't say officially 100%. I can say I never had that intent. So my apologies if that's what led to the downfall. I thought it was Obama making fun of Trump at the correspondence dinner or whatever it was, but maybe it was me. Maybe it was me licking a Switch game card. We also have a Patreon question. Mom Brain, did you know that you can join the Patreon?
For $1.
For $1. Outlaws did. Thank you, Outlaws. And they asked
We
this.
love us some outlaws.
Your task is to create a new Oreo. Choose a cookie flavor and a cream flavor. You can choose existing Oreo flavors and put them in new combos, or you can come up with your own brand new flavors. Good luck. This is great. Well, I'm going to breach the subject right away, and there's going to be a lot of anger. Are we willing to go savory?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. From you?
I mean, if you want to.
I don't want savory, but I see no
Okay.
reason why you couldn't.
Okay. Pasta flavored cookie, sauce flavored cream.
Come on.
There you go. Hey, I'm just throwing out wild ideas.
That's just for fun, right? You're just having fun. That's not something that you really want more than any other flavor.
More than any other flavor, no. If they made it, yes, I would try it.
I want the cookies to be chocolate chip cookies.
Didn't they
Oh.
have ones that had chocolate? I could be
Probably
wrong.
everything I say has happened in the future or the past.
Well, they
So,
have the new Reese's ones coming out.
I don't know. What that
Yeah, I was going
It's
to try to.
Reese's peanut butter cup
Actually,
combined with an
Oh,
Oreo.
that
on my
sounds
way
good.
home,
And
from
they go
here,
both ways. Like they have a Reese's peanut butter cup with Oreo bits in it, or an Oreo cookie with Reese's peanut butter cream in it, or something like that. Something else. There's something else to it.
Well, I need to. I'm going to stop for some Chips Ahoy Stranger Things. I'm going to see if I can find that on the way home.
Yes, they have them at the supermarket 20 minutes down the road.
Supermarket.
We saw
sweep.
them.
I have one.
You mean the Food
Wow.
Lion? Let's talk
Yes,
about the
Food Lion. Yeah, Food Lion.
Ginger cookie
Hmm?
lime cream.
Hmm.
What's up? Tell me more.
Yeah, you
What's
know
that?
what, George? It was actually you that inspired me.
We're gonna make this
Oh,
happen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great. We can even leave the ginger out if you want.
A lime cookie with a lime cream sounds delicious. Yeah.
And we'll leave the cookie out too. We'll just have lime with a lime.
George, I think you're getting a little carried away.
That's good. That sounds good. I would like that. Yeah, I'm down with that. Have they had? I mean, their list
They
of
have to
Oreos.
have
they
probably
have.
had a
they
key
had to
lime
have
pie
key
or
lime
something.
pie.
Yeah, I'm
lime.
pretty sure they.
Yeah,
have.
this is difficult to find one that they haven't had. I'm sure they've had almost every flavor I'm coming up
I
with.
haven't bought it because Mom Brain would never eat it, but they got the pretzel one that's out right now, and I want to try that.
I would also like something that had like a cherry cordial kind of
Mm.
like
Oh, okay.
cherry filling, but like cherry chunks in it too. Like
Mm.
Mm. With like a chocolate
cream
cookie.
cookies and cookie
I don't
cream,
love-
says 8-Bit Lego.
That's
I get it, but I don't love the chocolate on the
No,
outside.
but that's the cordial, right?
Yeah,
you
but
just
like
want
the
the-
inside has to be
Mm.
that cherry, and the
10th
outside
Division-
could be just a plain like vanilla cookie, I guess.
10th Division says coconut cookie, pineapple cream, pina colada. Mm.
Well, that's
Yes,
pretty good.
That's a
I
good
like
idea.
where we're going here, folks. I like where we're
Um,
going.
Yeah, it is difficult to think. That's why I went savory, because I'm like, I got a lot to work with savory that they haven't
Oh,
done. But thinking of like flavors
waffle,
people would actually want.
Waffle, maple,
Chicken and waffle?
Yeah, with a chicken cream.
Foul.
Oh,
Literally.
we already have chicken in a biscuit. Can't we say
That's
that? I
weird.
don't like the chicken cream. The chicken cookie,
Gross.
cream of chicken. How about maple bacon Oreo?
I'm sure
That had
that's
to-
Oh, that's probably really
Right?
good.
They've done maple Oreo.
Oh. Everything bagel cookie with pork roll cream.
Didn't they do
Oh my god.
Didn't they do an everything bagel?
No,
Was it a Pop-Tart?
It was a Pop-Tart.
I think
It
they
was
were-
the most disgusting thing we've ever
No, I
had.
think there might actually be an everything bagel.
They've had
Cookie.
maple cream Oreo. So it's the golden Oreo with maple cream flavor. So not bacon and maple. I want that. Legit. Like I would
Did
want
you
that.
see the what was it? Smoothie King? What had a ketchup smoothie?
Yes, I did. I would
Yeesh.
try it.
So
Hey,
gross.
I saw the one guy taste it and he was like, it's not like very ketchup. Like it's basically like all of these other fruits and like vegetables, and then ketchup is in it. So
Mm.
you get ketchup and it is red colored. So you get ketchup flavor, but it's not like ketchup juice.
It's like Bath and Body Works tomato scented spray
Except
or whatever.
It didn't smell anything like
I could
tomato.
understand a very little bit what
Yeah.
they were going for, but I just liked the smell of it in
I
general.
really like the smell of a tomato plant a lot.
I like the plants.
Oh,
I like the smell
I wanna
of
tell you.
my fig tree.
Yeah.
When you just walk in the backyard and you smell it. It's
crumb Crumble is doing dirty sodas.
Oh,
Like a whole, there's like 40 different flavors.
oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the cookie place to get a soda.
Oh.
What? What?
Desserts. Sweet.
Whoa!
Oh
throw
my
your glasses.
God! Holy.
Oh my
Sorry. So
God.
sorry.
I've got one.
Yes.
How about tortilla cookie and refried cream?
We got it.
Let's do it.
We got
Let's
it.
do
10 Division says bagel, cookie, cream, cheese, cream. That's sure. Bun, cookies, and hot dog cream. How about that one?
And that made me think. Only if the hot dog cream has been air fried.
Yeah, exactly.
and I
And
just
then
like this
belched out.
straight Jeff and is saying, "Give me the chicken cream." Yep. I think we came up with some good ones there. Some
Yeah.
viable options, funny ones.
Move
weird
over,
ones you
or
wanna
you know
try,
what? Let's
and then
take
legit
these.
ones.
Let's take these ideas to Hydrox, huh?
Oh,
Ooh.
you got to think Hydrox is. Why aren't they like jumping on this? Yeah,
Because
they
they
probably
can't
don't have
handle.
the money.
They don't
I
have
got-
the scientists.
I got a
guess.
weird one. Maybe like I'm thinking like so grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup. So like tomato cookie with like a cheese,
Cheese whiz.
like a burnt cheese, maybe not burnt, but like
no. When you
like a
I
grilled
was sold on
cheese
it, but when you
cream.
said burnt, I was like all in on it.
I feel like it's like a combo. Just if you,
I
you
was
took
thinking,
a combo and
yes,
sliced
I
it
was
and-
thinking of that.
Oh,
I was
that's- yeah,
thinking
that's
of
a
that.
good- that's
Has
a
yeah.
there
point.
has there ever been like a peanut butter and jelly Oreo?
I thought
That
there
seems
was.
like
That's
they
because I
would
didn't
have
say.
had to
I
do that.
figured that might be a good one, but I
Yeah.
didn't say because I thought that was a shoo-in
Yeah.
to have been tried. But who knows?
Man, what a week for Loop to not be here. huh?
Yes,
And it's like half. It's half peanut butter and jelly
you are
cream,
correct.
right?
That
And then
is
the-
correct. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, they came out 2 years ago.
What about, have they ever done like an iced Oreo? Like, so it's the sandwich, but then they do icing
Yeah, we got them back here.
on the top.
We got those special
Oh,
Princess
right.
Mhm.
Mario ones that are iced, and they have like fudge covered Oreos,
Yeah.
and you can get all those.
Or Mom Brain, I'm not going to really get into this, but I feel like you could do the pairings, but like something of like a matcha paired with something else.
Yes, matcha
I feel
Oreo.
like-
yes.
I think they have a matcha Oreo.
Too matcha.
Um,
You have more. You have three, and you go, oh, this is too much.
You could do matcha with like marshmallow or matcha with
Or
vanilla.
no, you just have two. Duh. What am I thinking?
They
matcha
have
with
matcha Oreo, but not
pineapple.
here. They have it in other countries.
I can't have more than two matcha cookies.
I want to try a
Matcha with
matcha Oreo.
coconut.
I love matcha. I really, really love it. What did we just have recently that was matcha?
Oh, it was a thing from H Mart that you had a bite of. My mom and I split it, and you had some.
Oh
of mine.
yes. Man, that was good. That was really good.
There's
I
a
like
coffee
matcha.
place by us that I was at yesterday that has a key lime matcha drink.
I want
and
to
it's
try
nice.
that. So the Oreo ones are limited edition cherry blossom matcha Oreos, and they came out in May. So
Oh, by the way, I
Mhm.
wanted to. I didn't take a screen grab of this. I saw menus for Halloween Horror Nights.
You mean women use?
thank you.
Bring it
Thank
back.
you. Inclusion.
Yes, women use for Halloween Horror Nights 2 foot long, like chili cheese dog, a 2 foot long hot dog.
So
When
hearts
you
on the
see
toilet.
The pictures were like, here's a picture, here's a picture,
like
here's
a-
a picture, here's one picture of just one
Their
hot dog.
air fryer must be huge.
They curl it. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
what
perfect.
it is. Thank you for that great question, Outlaws, and I hope we satisfied you and also
Now I'm hungry.
gave you cravings. Yeah. And now let us do music. Send your music to
I got
Go
music.
Nin- oh.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
Goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
Put music in the title. How about your local mom brain?
No.
Am I still remembering this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Music. Put the tape on.
I will. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, everyone. Nice to have you here for this music section.
Song.
Been a while.
Wins.
We have our first song after a long absence of music sections.
Oh, I heard
Comes
about
from
it.
Spaniel 53.
Live Alive.
Rygar.
No.
I haven't played that game yet. That's not a bad guess. Is this Super Nintendo?
No. GBA.
What system is what you asked with your mouth closed? Wow, pretty good.
He does that to me.
I
All the
love
time.
playing that game, and she's really good at it, but she hates it. She knows by my cadence.
Well, also context.
GBA. All right. So is it? It's got to be an RPG.
I think it is.
So let's go first party. Golden Sun.
Yes.
Done.
Great job.
Well, it sounded good for GBA.
And
we
we
got
probably
there.
haven't played that, right?
I have played some of it, not anywhere near all of it, but it sounded, for GBA quality, it was very good.
Okay.
It's either Nintendo or Square Enix.
This one's from Geku Kitsune.
I believe you know this. Maybe you know it too.
Yeah.
Here's first hint. It's first party.
Minish Cap.
No.
Is it Zelda?
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Here's second hint. It's Game Boy.
Tetris. No.
Here's third hint.
Don't. Stop
Okay.
it. Super Mario Brothers 2, the lost golden coins, or 6 golden
You
coins.
can have it.
Yes.
Super Mario Land 2. Super Mario Land.
And it's Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Yes.
It was in there. I got there. We got there.
You definitely got there.
I don't
Wario is your enemy.
Obey Wario.
Time.
Destroy Mario. Good luck to you.
This one's from Blood Ocean 07.
Oh, we didn't talk about the biggest news of the week. Bubsy's coming back?
Oh, with a really great developer behind it too. Fabraz is the developer, and they know that's perfect developer. for
Febreze?
that. They, you don't know what they did. They're great. That's a perfect developer choice, and it's actually hands-on in that game have been excellent. Like it's going to be the first good Bubsy game.
Well, what are we listening
So
to?
this is,
This is
I'd say
Bubsy?
this is mid Super Nintendo, but good N64. So I'll go N64.
64/Game Boy Color.
Oh, now you sold it. Now I know what it is. Well, I think I know what it is. I didn't play the 64 version. I played the Game Boy Color version.
Terminator.
And it's one of the only games I ever guessed for Game Boy Color. Mickey's Speedway.
Yes.
I never played the 64 one. I played that on Game Boy Color. Like, I played the hell out of that. That was a lot of fun.
This one comes from PT.
By the way, I spoke your name earlier, Lube. We speak.
Oh, Music Man. Speaking
Music Man, is he still alive? Have you spoken with him?
he's been like out and about doing stuff based on his pictures he's posting. So,
What is this?
yeah, I don't know.
Is this like an RPG or something?
I don't
Like
think
Xenoblade
it's...
Chronicles?
No.
You have a system.
GameCube.
Odama.
GameCube.
GameCube.
No.
That is incorrect.
The Hobbit.
No. I will tell you that I am looking at what I assume to be the cover art,
And it don't make sense.
and it is not entirely in English. So,
Oh,
I mean, I have-
Toshin the Giant.
I have GameCube, but I could be, it could have been like something that didn't come out. I don't know.
Is it something we would guess? Is that something I could ask?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something you would.
I got no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
We're out.
Okay. It was Mega Man X Command Mission.
Yes, I did not play it because it was an RPG.
Oh no. Mega
This-
Man even.
Yeah.
This one comes from
Didn't sound very
Matthew.
Mega Man.
Miami Vice, the TV show, the game.
No.
Okay, so
Man,
Here's
this is
my
like
thought
80s
process.
sitcom.
Here's
or
my
something,
thought
like,
process.
Not sitcom, but like TV drama.
okay, never mind. Okay. This is so good, and it's the kind of good I like. Is it modern?
Yeah.
Is it Switch?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Square Enix.
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
I know.
That song. That's a.
You're conflating things. Tell me
Yeah,
what you're
Square
thinking of.
If
Yeah.
that's not a real franchise or something, I guess it's Square Enix. So probably not.
All right, so Square Enix.
The World
and
Ends
it's
With
on
You.
Switch, and this narrows it down. No, it's going to be one of the HD 2D games. Triangle Strategy.
Oh, Live.
Octopath Traveler.
Yes, 2.
There you go. Two.
That music.
It's
That
a
was
cool
like
song though. I like
the
that.
guy who does all the
That was
HD
awesome.
2D games
rips it off
I mean,
from other popular songs.
You heard the
clearly.
music in. Hey, listen, I'll entertain that. Tell me the song.
I can't
Uh,
even think about it because I.
It's
I'm
the same guy's
too
doing the
wrapped up
music
in
for Elliot.
It is
And that's got
Partitio,
great music
the
in it.
merchant.
Great music.
He's one of the Octopathers, I believe.
Got it. All right, here's one from Joe Jabadoo.
Tell me in TikTok terms. Tell me you're a Zelda game without telling me you're a Zelda game.
Tell me to me, Rachel.
Is this a Zelda game?
Tell me to me, Zelda.
Well, I would say we got 2 to pick from. And I'll let you.
Twilight
You guys
Princess.
pick.
No.
Not one of the 2 I was thinking of.
Oh, I guess yeah.
Tears, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Tears what?
For Fears.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Terror.
This one comes from Sinfield 66.
That was Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Bandos.
I need to hear the lead instrument before I don't know, forget one. Is this NES?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like there's missiles or punches landing or something.
I got nothing on
Is
this
this a
one.
video of the game or is this an actual just soundtrack?
I think it's just the soundtrack.
I got nothing. I really don't have a guess at all. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We're out.
It is Stealth ATF
Hmm.
Mission 1 on the NES.
Never even heard of it.
Stealth
I
as the
also-
F.
Have not heard of it.
This one comes from Knock on Wood.
Is this that QVC game?
This is a DS game.
Oh, Hogan Family, the TV show, the game.
It's all right. I know it's first party. Is it first party?
I think so, but let me double check.
It's got
It's DS, you said?
yeah quintessential Nintendo.
So it was like at that, what's that Friends thing that we had?
what?
There were like so many little interactive things on the DS where you would just like walk and collect people and like friend.
It wasn't developed by Nintendo, but it was published by
Never
Nintendo.
mind.
That counts. There's so many. I guess I don't know because there's so many. Like Nicky Hill saying, there's so many random. Like it's not. I don't think it's a mainline like any. Right? Like it's not a Mario, Zelda, DS.
DS, and no, it's not.
Yeah, it's gonna be some
Not
random.
like Nintendogs or anything.
No.
See, like that's along the lines of what I'm thinking, but it's got to be like
That's
weirder
a
than that.
Nintendo. Is that a Nintendo game?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure whatever this is, it's like a second party they're working with or something.
Medias.
No, it's like a something. It's like
Lost in Blue.
like a cooking or
It's like,
a
let's go to the
reading
library,
or a
the game or
walking
something.
or like a.
It is none of those.
But it's something.
Oh,
in-
personal. It's not personal trainer cooking.
It is not.
Is it something with cooking, camping?
I always.
Is it a feel good?
Not particularly.
Dr. Kawashima's brain age training,
No.
You got the name of the person right this time.
and
The
that
rest
took
of it-
about 3
Yes.
years.
Now the rest is wrong. I'm bowing out. I don't know. It's Nintendo something. That's all I know.
And it doesn't have anything to do with like Perfect Strangers or something.
No.
Balky the game, published by Nintendo.
Do the dance of joy.
Well, they did it like Pokemon. The Spiders and Flies didn't have time for this. They did it like Pokemon, where instead of like red and blue, it was Larry and Balky,
Larry.
and then you could
Wow.
get both of them. Yeah, the Larry version was not that popular.
And Larry is the one I would go for.
I don't know. I'm out.
I'm out too.
Well, if they, in Perfect Strangers, if they went golfing, you could have gotten close.
Touch golf.
Yep, Nintendo Touch Golf Birdie Challenge.
Son of a bitch. And I like that game. I don't remember the music at all. I should have been able to guess that was a sports game.
Yeah, I would have. I was hoping maybe, but you were circling the drain. This one
Disappointing.
comes from Mikey3319.
N64.
Yep.
Well, it's N64 and it's got that industrial metal, so I lean towards wrestling or monster trucks.
It is wrestling.
There's so many.
WCW.
WWF Attitude.
It's WWF. I mean, I'll give
Oh. I don't remember the name. Raw's War.
Close.
Warzone.
Yes.
Hey.
Nice job, guys.
And who's it?
got
Steve
that.
Austin on the front going shirtless. I think. Maybe not.
Uh,
She's
it
looking at a
didn't
menu
show it,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that cover definitely, but
All right, stop looking. The last song for the week is from our pal Nico Darunia.
oh, one of my favorites from the whole series. I'll let it go for a little bit. I got a
Dance
really funny
Revolution?
story about this. That's gonna blow up my spot.
Oh, this is not Dance Dance Revolution.
This was originally on the GBA, but we played it on the DS. You
Sounds Mega Man-y.
I don't think you've ever played it. Wrong game, right company. Right company. And boy, is this when you get this song in this game, you're like, I got you, you son of a bitch.
I played this.
I don't think either of you. have played
Oh, is this one of those courtroom games?
it, right? Just name the first one.
Phoenix Ventura. No, it's Ace. No, that's Ace. Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright,
Everything-
Ace Attorney.
Yes, there you go. Yes, this is the song that plays when you've trapped somebody in a lie that they most likely cannot escape. I just got a TikTok about that last night, and it was Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth in court, because that's what happens in the game. And
Is one the defender and one's the
Yes.
prosecutor? Oh,
and Miles Edgeworth was saying that being attracted to femboys makes you gay, and Phoenix Wright was saying it doesn't make you gay because you're attracted to the female qualities
Yeah.
of the man.
you're pretending he's a
It was
woman.
like a whole courtroom battle,
So
and
this
it
is
had
not,
like
this is not actually in a game.
no, and it had like 600,000 likes on it and like 1 million comments. I was like, this. It was like a whole long. It was like a 3-minute skit. What's up?
It's just funny.
I mean,
It's
that's
like
the world of the internet.
in Flight of the Conchords when he's like puts a wig on you to spoon, like pretend that you're a lady and spoon, and he's like, that's not gay. It's like he's pretending you're a woman. So how could that be gay?
That's exactly what this skit was about.
Did you hear the news about that?
and
Flight of
all
the
that-
Conchords?
Yeah, they're like, I don't think we're done yet, but they just ran out of like creative juices for new songs. Like they spent every song that they wrote, they were like, oh, this sounds like another song.
Yeah.
So then they were like,
Well, I know Brett just came out with like a quote normal album now, which I only heard one song. It wasn't my thing, but but like I know is he the one that won Oscars for the Muppet movie? I mean, they got talent still in the
Yeah.
cylinders.
Talent in the cylinders.
They
as
just need to
say.
fire him.
And that's it. That's all we got for today's show.
Well, everybody have a great week. Stay
It was Warzone.
stay safe out there.
Before we go, maybe there's
okay.
something you could indulge me with.
I'm open, sure.
It goes a little something like this. Dues Views. It's never news. Rumor of the week with Dew Michaels.
I thought it was starring.
Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not know, I have spiders and flies, and I send them all over the video game world, and they come back with rumors fit to print. And by print, I mean me say them out loud on the podcast right now. So I've got something real juicy to share with you guys. And well, actually, there's a note here. Usually, according to this note, usually this is rumors. It's called Rumor of the Week, but we're doing something new this time. We're doing an actual news, actual story right now.
Excited to hear it.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
I didn't know better. I'd say you're lying.
You
No,
know better.
never.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Get ready for the real story. So we talked a little bit earlier. We talked a little bit earlier about the patent for the Switch 2 screen sharing, where you could set it up and use perhaps like as a rear view mirror or something. Well, we just found out that there's a brand new game coming out for that patent. So the patent's definitely happening.
Okay.
And the brand new game is
happy to
definitely
hear that.
happening. And the game is called Block Slide Puzzle Game. And you need 9 switches to play it on your tabletop. And each switch will have a picture of the block slide puzzle. And you just have to physically put them together. There will be no buttons. Amazing technology. No buttons needed in this game. You will need hands to move the switches around. And you will need a big table or perhaps a space on the floor.
You know, I really wanted them to use that technology, and it sucks that they're doing it that way because I don't like sliding block.
It's funny that because you were talking about how you were excited for the patent, and when the Spiders and Flies brought this to me, I was like, RMC's gonna hate this.
I'd be so torn. I will be so torn when this comes out because I'll be like, I love the technology, but I hate block sliding.
I love how that's your problem. Having 9 switches isn't the problem.
No.
It's the game. Well, you might be the only person that could play that game when it comes out.
That's right. We got 1, 2, 3.
Switch 2s.
That was like
Three.
a two.
No,
that
because
was like
you
a
can still
Tootsie Roll
use
pop.
regular Switch. But got friends, have everybody come over. We can all play when it comes out. We can all play the block sliding puzzle together.
Is there a
And
name?
then Nintendo
Yeah,
will
do they have
go
a name for
bankrupt.
it?
Yeah, it was called Block Slide Puzzle Game.
Oh,
Yep.
I like that they just
You
tell
know,
you.
I've
you know,
heard
there's no
worse
beating around the
names
bush.
from Nintendo. I heard clearly my
It was-
information was wrong. It's going to be called
Elliot's.
Elliot's Block Slide.
Adventure. Elliot's
Block
Slide.
Sliding Adventure. There it is, people. But they didn't.
You can only slide the blocks to the left.
That's
I don't
right,
know if
because that's how you get out. And that's all we got. People.
Amazing.
Nice to have you two back. Nice to have you here all the time on Brain. And that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Anything? Anyone? Anything to say?
Well,
Dew and I have both watched at least one episode of Alien Earth.
oh yeah.
What do you think of it?
I thought it was very derivative of Alien. But like, why do we love Alien and why do we keep watching every franchise that comes out? Because we love it. So when they basically copy it, why do I get upset about it? Because like in the beginning, I was kind of like, I liked it. I liked the design. I think it's a beautifully designed show.
Yeah.
And I think it's really
It's
well
impressive.
shot. And I like most of the acting. I think Timothy Olyphant, I like Timothy Olyphant. I think he's usually playing like a cool version of himself, which is cool anyway. But in this show, I get the feeling he's like really trying to do something different than he usually does, and it's pretty good. I think the main character lady is really good, even though I've heard horror stories.
About what? Personality? Like,
Yeah.
she's a terrible-
I don't know if it's true though. Who cares?
Damn.
Okay.
Who cares? But yeah, like I watched one episode. I'm interested. I'm gonna watch more. I think the production value is great.
So I didn't know it was Noah Hawley who did Fargo and Legion. So like when I saw that, I was like, oh wow.
Man, I don't
I've
care
been
about
watching
alien
this-
stuff at all.
I've been
Now you're
watching-
making me want to watch it.
I'm not thrilled with it.
I mean,
They're-
let's be
they're-
honest. What are you thrilled with?
No, but like I'm not really,
Right?
listen.
It's over my head. I don't like it. It's not shot right. I can't remember the last thing where you were like, "This is amazing. I really liked it." So
I really loved
The
weapons.
The weapons.
The
What am I,
weapon-
80 years old?
I saw the weapons.
I saw the
yesterday.
weapons, honey. It was
we
scary.
went and saw weapons together. We really both enjoyed that.
Yeah, weapons. It was one of the things I wanted to talk about last week if
uh,
I were here.
Common side effects. Loved it. I don't know anything else right now. I
Hey,
can't
you gave me
remember
two,
things. I
that's
can't
good.
remember things. But no, I'm interested. My problem
It insists
is
upon it.
regardless of like what I'm doing, I sit down to watch it and I fall asleep. And I don't think it's the show putting me to sleep. I'm just like,
You're addicted to your phone. If you don't have your phone, then you can't handle it.
well, I was distracted. I was watching it with I was going to my phone in between like commercials, and then I get wrapped up in stuff.
Mhm.
And then, but then I saw it was Noah Hawley, and I was like, I want to give this a fair shake. The funny thing is, I watched the end of the first episode a second time, and I didn't miss anything. But I slept through it, and I didn't miss it. I was like, wait a minute, nothing even happened here. How did I sleep through this?
Drake says the alien stuff is the least interesting. I'm more interested in the robots.
Well, what
Yeah.
I found interesting was like, I watched 3 episodes, and I thought the entire season was going to take place during this one incident, and
That's what it seems like from that first episode.
right, and they moved away from it a little bit, but I was like, all right, like if this is how it's going to be, it's going to be paced like really crazy because stuff is happening. And then they backed off a little bit. But like I'm interested to see how they move forward. The only other thing that I'm a little kind of not confused, but whatever, is they want to branch out. There's other, like in the first episode, you see that there's like other life forms that have been like collected. So you're kind of just like, this kind of takes
And this
us
is a
out
prequel
of like
this takes place before
It takes place
Alien, right?
after the first. I think after the first Alien. Or no, yeah, maybe
Before, because of the
Yeah.
year it gave.
Yeah, which then also makes it a little strange because like we're aware of these things. But but the other thing that I need to acknowledge is how great is it that Alien gave us these HR Geiger, right? Is that how I'm saying
That's
it?
right.
Is it?
Yes.
Like these images that are all like phallic and sexual and stuff like that. And we have a monster that has like stood the test of time, that's got a giant penis for a head. How funny is that?
I don't think.
I never
That's
even
right,
I
penis
never
test.
put that together. I guess I've just been
Oh,
too
am I the
freaked
only
out.
one that sees it?
I'm sure you're not the only one that sees it.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Are you joking right now?
I have not looked at the alien head and thought it looks like a penis. No.
I never thought that either. I
Look
mean, I
again.
thought it was weird.
Look again. I know what the alien head looks
Also, the face grabbers.
like. What?
Their
What are you gonna tell
their
me?
legs are fingers, and the hole in their hand is a vagina.
Vagina.
Okay. Are you just saying it looks like that, or that's how they're designed?
It's. I mean, look at it.
Because and then are you going to say
I-
like the predator's face is a vagina too?
I
No,
have to.
no,
I
look at
have
it.
to admit
Look at
that in the first episode, there's a dead specimen of a face hugger in
Oh
a
no,
tank,
I've seen this a long time.
and I
ago.
looked at it and I was like, that
I
mouth
wanna
looks
have
like a
sex with it.
vagina. But I didn't look at the.
He looked at it and said, "IW."
I do not W.
This show's pretty good.
No, that's been the thing that like Geiger was very phallic, like all that stuff. And when you look at it, that head it's got things on it.
Listen, I'm not saying you're
It's
wrong.
got the
I'm not
veins.
saying you're right. I'm just saying I don't see it.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a pervert.
I agree with Drake in the chat. I've only watched the one episode, but I am interested in
Yes.
the characters. And there's cyborgs, which is like humans with mechanical upgrades, and then there's synths, which are AI synthetic beings, and then there's hybrids, which are humans that have their consciousness put into into like a synthetic form, and they're like the new hotness. And like, I'm really interested in all that. And the fact that when they transfer their brains over, they're still children even though they're in an adult's body, they're still children. So like all that stuff's fascinating. I know the guy's a trillionaire, but like, I don't think he would have let all of his $1 billion hybrids go into that place at the
I
end,
wouldn't
but
be surprised
whatever.
because he's a trillionaire.
He's
He's a trillionaire child. Like he's still a child.
Is his head shaped like a penis?
No, but his
No.
penis has hair like a head.
And on that note, we're done. Thanks for watching.
Have a
Thanks
great
for
week.
listening. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. And we are.